Raw talk.
Raw talk.
Yo,
Reno Noir.
Yo,
Stu
Yeah.
where'd you
Dog.
get those little bags from, man?
We get the bags, son.
okay.
Where'd you get those little bags from? You know when you sent me the Panther, the bags.
You just go in the gas station. You tell them you
accessories,
want
like
dime
little
bags.
tiny ones. Where'd you get that?
You get them from Walmart and
That's
the
it?
yeah, where they sell the beads and shit at. Little jewelry section.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can get them over there.
Yeah.
There it is, y'all. There it is. Sixth element of hip hop. I'm your host, Reno Noir. This is your co-host, Stu Dog and Raw Talk in the building. What's good, y'all?
What's happening? What's going on, everyone?
That's good. Peace.
Chilling,
What's
man.
up?
Raw Talk. I love that shirt.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
I
It's
need that.
It's
Yes.
like my rendition of a McFarlane homage to a G.I. Joe special. It recently came out with the compendium they came out with.
Oh, yeah.
So I did a rendition of that comic.
And when you say your rendition, you made the shirt. That's
Yeah. I created the character, the art, and everything.
Now, do you sell these?
No, I didn't sell these. This was really something that me,
Personal
my brother,
journey.
and my cousin was rocking at a G.I. Joe show.
Right.
It was just, something, my brother said, yo, why don't you do something? Because we always go to those G.I. Joe shows in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. So he's like, yo, why don't you rock a shirt? Give me something so I can rock a shirt. And I was like, yeah, I'll design something real quick for us to rock. And
Yeah.
every time it's like our little thing when we have our time to go out and just enjoy GI Joe and talk and bullshit and stuff, the stuff we do, as men,
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. Good.
So,
Right. That's what real men do.
Yeah,
That's what real men do. They enjoy G.I. Joe and they talk. You know what I'm saying?
The ride there, we each take turns. It's like, so when we do go, we either, you're the driver, you pay for the tickets, and you pay for lunch. So we each take a turn each time we go. So this past
That ain't bad. That's actually cool.
last Sunday was my turn. So I fit the bill for everything going out there and stuff. So now it's my brother's turn. So
hell yeah.
Yeah, man. It's good stuff, man. We have fun, we bug out, we clown each other,
Yep. Good time.
Yeah.
Well, man, we got a good show tonight, y'all. We got, I mean, the big topic, of course, is the fact that everybody was all hype, that Kathleen Kennedy was getting fired, or she was quitting, or she was stepping down, or whatever. And everybody went banana. I mean, the internet exploded. It was on every YouTube show, every channel, everybody was just. I mean, whether you were celebrating, whether you were mourning, whether you were just giving the facts like we were, that was the word. I mean, and everybody knew it. I mean, it was people were it was such a solid thing, and it was big news this week for Star Wars fans. And the guy Puck is the reporter, and that the plans were being put in place for a new person to take over as the president of Lucasfilm. And which led to a frenzy, like I said, online, and people just, talking about the retirement of Kathleen Kennedy, and how current Lucasfilm head herself has now set the record straight. She has now come forward and not just made a comment, but actually a whole interview with Deadline, where she, broke it all down. She said, I will not only, she said she's not, that's not true, but she's like, I'm never retiring. Like, I'll be doing this for the rest of my life type thing. Yeah. Now, not necessarily Star Wars for the rest of her life, but a movie producer. She'll be producing movies forever. She's not retiring. As far as her Lucasfilm, that was different. She in the interview she did say, I will never retire from movies, clarifying that even if she does step down as a role from Lucasfilm, she will still continue working in Hollywood for as long as she lives. That will include some continued work with Lucasfilm and she's definitely still doing the upcoming movies as a producer. Any movies you've heard about, she's going to be producing on. And with that noted, Kennedy confirmed that there are plans to put a successor in place for her current role at Lucasfilm, but it could be a year to years before they even make a decision on when that would be, and then they would then announce it after that. But this has not been an announcement. This is not actually happening. She said, quote, the truth is, and I want to just say loud and clear, I am not retiring. I will never retire from movies. I will die making movies. That is the first thing important to say. I am not retiring. What is happening at Lucasfilm is I have been talking for quite some time with both Bob and Alan about what eventual succession might look like. We have an amazing bench of people here, and we have every intention of making an announcement months or a year down the road. She added, "We are in lockstep as to what that's going to be, and I am continuing. I'm producing the Mandalorian movie right now, and I'm also producing Sean Levy's movie, which is after that. So I'm continuing to stay at Lucasfilm and looking very thoughtfully with Bob and Alan as to who's stepping in. So that is all underway, and we have every right to make that announcement when we want to make it." End quote. And so Kennedy couldn't list any of the actual names that might be in consideration, but she did say it is an internal process, quote, that goes on inside a large corporation and a publicly held company. In any one, she also clarified that these plans for succession have been part of an ongoing talks for years. This is nothing new. This has nothing to do with the announcement we heard from Puck. This is not based on that. This is something that they've always talked about. And that it's simply due to the fact that she's not going to be alive forever. Obviously, people don't live forever, and she will eventually get too old to do it. But that's obviously she's what, only 70. So once a successor is named, it's not that Kennedy is going to be rushed straight to the door either. So as she went on further to explain, she said, quote, George Lucas asked me 13 years ago to step in, and now I'm looking at who's going to replace me. And as I said, we have a bench of people internally to handle the business, the creative side. The job has grown also since I stepped in. There was no streaming. There weren't a lot of the things that we're involved in right now going on. So it has grown. End quote. But she did continue. She said, we'll probably make an announcement months or a year out. And I have every intention of sticking around to help that person be successful. I'm already producing the Mandalorian movie, and Sean Levy's after that. So even when she does step down, it will be a very much of a mentorship. She'll be bringing on the person almost as an apprentice, right? And she will guide them onto how to do the job. And of course, they'll be their own person. She's not going to puppeteer them, but she'll be there to help them during the transition. She's not going to just be like, okay, we're announcing, say it's John Favreau, and then they made the announcement and tomorrow she's out. John Favreau is the boss. It's not going to be like that. It's going to be John Favreau. And then over probably the next year, she'll still be making all the decisions and bringing John in, and they'll be collaborating on shit. And eventually she'll phase out and he'll phase in, that kind of thing. She doesn't know why these reports have gained so much traction. She said, quote, I truly don't know about the viral reports about the succession plans. She said, any and all discussion previously about me retiring or quitting or any of those things, that's complete rumor mill because through all these reports, I have just continued doing my job and continuing my contract. Nothing unusual. It has all just been manufactured, end quote. And I mean, y'all know, how many times have we heard she's quitting, she's getting fired, she's stepping down, they're going to replace her? I mean, we've heard this fucking times.
Like some troll stuff, actually. I mean,
right.
You look at every time they did it, it was during a pivotal moment in what they have to bring to us on screen on their channel, their streaming platform.
Right.
Like it's the 10-year anniversary of that. What's that Star Wars? The first of the last three sequels.
Yeah.
So you know, it's just what it's gonna be. I
Force
mean,
Awakens.
that's how they keep the name circulating, keep the brand circulating, keep all eyes on it. Let's stir up something. I mean, I think that that person, that reporter or whatever, the writer of
Puck.
that article or whatever, I think he's always been a troll of some sorts.
Mm.
He was
I don't know. I don't know.
I think allegedly I think he's one of the ones who will always come with that she's retiring crap.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
eh.
Yeah. I mean, everybody took it and ran with it.
Yeah.
And she said it's absolutely not the case that I'm being pushed out. She said it could not be further from the truth, and everything that we do inside of Lucasfilm is in lockstep and in combination with Disney. We
Okay.
all know what's going on. The communication has been completely collaborative, as you would expect. This is a big piece of business for them, and they want to empower me to help them make that decision and that choice, and I'm doing that. And I mean, there's a reason that Disney chooses this person or allows this person to do all this. And I mean, you can say what you want about her. Her track record is phenomenal. She does the job well. I mean, she's good at what she does. She is a movie producer, and she's produced some of the best movies that our favorites. I mean, like Indiana Jones. I mean,
Don't
it's
forget
bananas.
batteries not included. Don't
Battery
forget
not
that.
included. Yeah,
Yeah, she did
but
that.
the list is huge, and they're all
And she
dope.
did. Damn, I'm drawing a blank right now. I don't know why, but it was a movie I just saw. Goonies. I think she produced Goonies. Um, she produced a lot of movies, man. Like a lot.
And how old is she? You said she was 70?
In her
She
70s, yeah.
about that. Yeah, she's about
Yes.
that. Yeah.
She don't look it.
She don't look at it all. She's 71. She just
She's
turned
71.
71. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, she's
yeah.
June
But
5th.
that's that Hollywood. That's
She's
that
born
Hollywood, man.
June.
That's that Hollywood.
Yeah, that's that Hollywood.
She's born June
Nah,
5th. Yeah, that's that
she's born
Hollywood.
June 5th. Yeah, she's a Gemini, just like me. I'm June 4th. So we like, and she's been active since 1979, which was the date I was born. You see the connections? We connected. See, yeah, I was born and she
Yeah,
started working. Yeah, man, it's
but
crazy.
I know she produced all of the Back to the Future movies, Gremlins. I know she did
Rogue
Batteries
One,
Not
Dial of
Included.
Destiny, all the
Roger
good.
Rabbit. Roger Rabbit was another one she
Roger
did. She
Rabbit.
did that.
That's true. That's true.
She did
Yeah.
Jurassic Park, Lost World.
Yeah.
What's another one?
Schindler's List.
Schindler's List. That was a big one for her.
So would I
Twister.
be? So
Sixth Sense.
Twister.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
Would
Go
I
ahead, Raw
be?
Talk.
Would I be?
Cape Fear.
Come on, let Raw Talk say something.
Oh, go ahead.
Would I be messed up if it wouldn't be messed up to say we need to put more respect on her name?
I
Right. You got. She
We
did
really
ET. You
can't-
gotta respect the person.
really
You gotta respect the
drag her.
person that did ET.
I mean,
You gotta
you
respect the
can't
person
really
that did ET.
drag her. No one can really drag her. They gotta put respect on her name now.
They do. They do.
It's like that's kind of interesting now that I didn't pay attention that well.
She produced Sixth Sense.
See,
Right. Most people don't know this
movie.
about her, man. World of Worlds, bro. Bro.
What-
Munich.
Yeah,
Jurassic Park 3.
now
Congo.
I see her in a different light now. I mean,
Gremlins.
I understand her
did Hook.
motivations, and I can understand why she does what she does, being that those last three trilogies, that trilogy, I should say.
Right.
I can understand it now
Yeah.
more so.
Yeah.
I mean, she
Well,
trying
yeah.
to put out the best product she can,
mhm.
and I can play devil's advocate because I like to do that.
Right.
Maybe we are just some old fogey motherfuckers who don't like change.
I mean, you can't argue with the track list, man. I mean, you could say everything you want about the state of Star Wars, bro. But you cannot talk about Kathleen Kennedy, bro. I think, and I don't think a lot of people have any idea who she is, bro. No one understands Gremlins, bro. Yes, the Goonies, Back to the
Gremlins is my
Future,
favorite. Is my
bruh.
All the
favorite.
back. She did all the Back to the Future
Yeah,
movies.
Cape
She did
Fear,
Cape Fear. She
Yeah.
did don't forget
Nine.
E.T. Let's talk about E.T. for a minute.
So
One of the
Yep.
biggest movies ever in the history of movies.
so
I
the
mean,
so the KK bashing needs to stop. Understand that things change. Put
Yeah.
respect on our name, and just like we always say, just ride the wave and see where it goes. If you don't like it, you don't like it. If you like it, you like it. If it's in the middle, it's in the middle.
Put some
but you know
respect.
what? Nowadays, it's hard because
Inner
people
space.
are so much of a people are so critical now that there's so much. Like me, I stopped doing that a couple years ago, and I even said it here on this channel a few times. Like, look, man, I'm just going to, if I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. I'm moving on. Like, that's just it with me. I don't want to get into like none of the details about why I don't like it, whatever. Because if it doesn't stick with me, it just don't. And if it does, it does. I mean, I'm not a Hollywood producer. She is. So that entails that, you know what I mean? She has some talent for picking something that's good.
Yeah.
And the problem is that lately, I think that because everybody has a voice now, well, we didn't in the 80s. In the 80s, we couldn't. In the 80s, we couldn't come on here and be like, yeah, we don't like this and that, blah blah blah. But nobody heard us. You know what I
Right.
mean? We had to wait for a magazine to print our letter, and they had a
Right.
letter, column in the back and all of that. The 90s was the same things, but until this streaming generation, this millennial, they that's what they do.
Right.
So it could be a thing where where it's us, the fans that love that grew up with this, and then her, she's 71. You know what I mean? It could be her not adjusting to it as well,
But then
because
Mhm.
the younger producers have adjusted to it. They take the criticism and they'll answer it. They'll be like, "Well, I ain't doing that." Like perfect example when we got on Disney Plus when we got Danny Rand. Everybody was complaining about why he wasn't in a costume. Why the director just came on public and was like, "I ain't doing that." And if you don't like it, don't watch it. And he stepped off,
I
Huh.
like
and he
Danny
still did it,
Rand. I like
and he
Danny
still
Rand.
did it,
Danny
and he
Rand.
still did it. He still did Iron. Nobody liked that version of Iron Fist, and
I
people were
did.
very vocal about it.
I didn't mind it.
That's what I'm saying. And a lot of people didn't mind it. You're right. A lot of people didn't mind it,
I
but there
did.
was a
My
lot of
only
people.
thing I meant,
Yeah,
only thing I minded was that I wanted to see the costume.
right. And that's what everybody's biggest complaint. And the director just came on and said, "I'm not putting him in the costume. He's never going to be in the costume."
Right. That's what he had.
So if yeah, he was like, so if you don't, if that's the only thing you don't like about the show, then don't watch it. You can't judge it by the fact that I didn't put him in the costume.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. So like she might have to come out with a statement and say, look, this is what the direction we're going. This is what I'm doing. If you don't like it, don't watch it, and I'm gonna keep it moving.
But when you got executive board members and you got investors to answer to, you can't really come out like that, like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Yeah.
I mean,
right, right.
you can have rogue directors do that. You know, that's what a lot
Right.
of executives, they let their rogue directors speak for them in a way. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But to her point, I mean, I'm like, there was only three. Honestly, there was only three things I didn't like about that trilogy.
Hmm.
They killed off Han. I didn't like
Right.
that. That was
Uh,
No,
most
nobody like that. Yeah, yeah. Everybody.
disturbing to me.
Yeah.
But again, that wasn't her fault
hey,
because
George
he
was gonna
wanted
do
it
it.
out. He wanted
George
it
was, and George was gonna do it anyway in
out.
George's
Yeah.
version.
And then
Yeah.
the Star Trek when they go through warp space, I didn't like that because that was straight from Star Trek, man. So that wasn't her
Mm.
fault. That was the director's choice
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
And then there was the other one where what was it? It was the Luke thing, you know, that him being like a hobo, like a lost hippie type dude.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That was
Right.
only three things. And it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't none of her fault because she's a producer. She signs the A-OK. I know how producers are outside. They'll hop into meetings. Oh, so this is they just want the explanation And then if you give them a good one, go ahead with it. But it doesn't excuse her in a way because she's from that lineage of the originals. She comes from that. So she knows
Steven Spielberg's and
she's from that cloth. So she knows. But then again, everybody has their own artistry and their own interpretation and their viewpoint. So I mean, but from here on out, I'm putting respect on her name. She produced the Gremlins. That's all I need to hear.
Yes.
That's it. I didn't know she did that. This is my first time
she did.
really hearing she did that.
Yeah, she did a lot of movies, man.
Yeah.
She did a lot of movies.
My opinion.
And it's not that we don't respect what she does or how she does it. It's just that nowadays this generation is not like our generation. This generation, they got a voice. They want to be heard.
Yeah.
They want to be want to be heard. They're very vocal about what they're right. But this one here is more in the mainstream. You know, like you go and hear it. It ain't like with us. You know, we had everything.
Imagine if we had
right. We didn't have it. Right. We didn't have it in it. Well, let's go back. We had the internet, but it wasn't like it is now. We had the internet. We had the internet. Yeah, we didn't have social media, and that's the difference. Social media is the thing that pushes it over the top because these young kids, they'll get on there, they'll be vocal, man. And when they tell you they don't like something, they get dirty with it, man. They some keyboard warriors out there, bro. They get dirty with it. They'll tell you in a minute, oh yeah, you need to go jump off a bridge. Yeah, like
I think they're more than keyboard warriors because some of them really pull up. They'll pull up on you.
Yeah.
They will.
Yeah, they will. Yeah, they will pull up on you.
This is the interview where Kathleen Kennedy basically set the record straight. This is it. Y'all can see it on Deadline.com. It says Kathleen Kennedy speaks on her Lucasfilm plans. She's not soon retiring Lucasfilm. Keep her in Star Wars orbit for years to come. And
she's good for 71. Goddamn.
71.
Hey man, that's that Hollywood magic, baby. Go get a lift and a tuck and a snip. Lift up, snip. That's how they do out there. Go out to Cali, baby. Go out to Cali, get it done.
Take care of herself. But it's it's a pretty big interview. I mean, she says we've read all the speculative. This is Deadline. We've read all the speculative reports that you're out, and there's a frenzy for the next person who's going to take over Lucasfilm. What is the truth? The truth is, and I want to say this loud and clear, I'm not retiring. I will never retire from making movies. I will die making movies. And that's the first thing that's important to say. I'm not retiring. And what's happening in Lucasfilm is I've been talking for quite some time with Bob and Alan about the eventual succession of what that might look like. We have an amazing bunch of people here, and we have every intention of making an announcement months or a year down the road. We're in lockstep as far as that's going to be, and I'm continuing. I'm producing The Mandalorian right now, and I'm also producing Sean Levy's movie right now, which is after that. So I'm continuing to stay at Lucasfilm and looking very thoughtfully with Bob and Alan as to who's stepping in. So that is all underway, and we have every right to make that announcement when we want to make it. So I think Puck jumped the gun a little bit because it is happening, but it's like not really happening right now. And everyone got excited and thought it was happening right now. It says that you are looking within seems to give credence to what we've heard, that an exec like Chief Creative Officer Dave Filoni is in a good position as he works on Star Wars to write and direct. And she said, I can't say who it is because there's just an internal process that goes on inside a large corporation and a publicly held company. So as to how we go about making deals, finalizing decisions, and making announcements, there's nothing unusual about that, and we're in that process. This flurry of press coverage, it sounds like chaos. What's the reality? She said, chaos. There's never been any chaos because we know exactly what the plan is, and we've been talking about it, as I said, nonstop for the last couple of years because for obvious reasons, I'm not going to be here forever. George asked me 13 years ago to step in, and now I'm looking at who's going to replace me. And as I said, we have a bench of people internally to handle the business, the creative side. The job has grown since I've stepped in, and there was no streaming. I mean, she did a lot. Disney Plus, all of this shit with streaming, all these shows that she had, Mandalorian
under her watch.
You can't hate her for, Book of Boba Fett and not love her for Mandalorian. You know what I mean? She did all that. You can hate Kenobi and you can hate you know, the way a certain character was written or the way a certain character was portrayed or how a certain script was written.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't blame Kenny. She's not the creative. She's the business. She's
Yeah.
the business side, and she does that shit very well. I mean,
Shit. She brought us Rogue One as well. Shit.
my third favorite Star Wars movie of all time.
Oh yeah, Rogue One is powerful. And Andor. Like people don't understand. It's
Yeah.
I like those joints, man. They're just
And she's on there. She's, she greenlit that too. So you can't,
yeah.
it's just a lot of irrational hate for reasons we all know. But she says, how far down the road do you expect before a change gets made and then you go off to produce these big two Star Wars things? She said, we'll probably make an announcement months or a year out, and I have every intention of sticking around to help that person be successful. I'm already producing the Mandalorian movie and Sean Levy's after that. I recall these same retirement predictions were rendered a while ago, and you re-upped, and here you are. What do you make of this fixation on your job status? Because, like I said, we keep hearing this. Like, they keep saying she's getting fired, she's leaving. And, it's never been the case. And that's why when I heard it this time, I still was a little bit, I was like, so when I saw this interview, and because I didn't hear about this, like I didn't see no YouTube video about it. I was just looking through and I saw this interview and I was like reading it. I'm like, oh hell no. So all this shit been bullshit. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, what's it about? She says, I truly don't know. And any discussion previously about me retiring or quitting or any of those things, that's complete rumor mill because all these reports, I have just continuing doing my job and continuing my contract, nothing unusual. It's all been manufactured.
Hmm. We're in weird times where people spark rumors just to create content.
Yeah. And he says, the interviewer says, I'm placing some blame on Marvel's Kevin Feige because he had that
Mm.
magnificent streak of superhero hits and set an impossibly high bar. But now he's starting to take shrapnel. How daunting is it to run a company based on a beloved, iconic IP? Right? It's got to be challenging, right, to do something that already has a built-in fan base. So these people expect a certain thing. When you're just creating something, nobody is expecting what you're going to do. They just are waiting to see what you do and whether they like it or not.
Yeah.
With Star Wars, with Marvel, we're expecting you to do some certain shit.
Yeah.
And you got to make it. And you got to create something too. And what is it? How daunting is it to run a company based on a beloved IP? What has been the most challenging thing about running Lucasfilm when fans of the original trilogy measure everything against it and don't see the business need of broadening the franchise when Disney paid so much for it? So
Exactly.
basically, right. So us fans, a lot of comic fans and shit, like we might complain, like, why are you doing certain shit? And like, fans don't like that, and the comic fan, like, we didn't ask for that, blah, blah, blah. But we are not thinking about the business side and how they have to cast a very wide net and make it so that people who aren't comic nerds can still not only enjoy it but understand it and not feel like, well, I don't know what's going on here, or I don't know anything about this person or this character, right? They have to create their own universe in a way because they're trying they're trying to get some of that 4 billion back, right?
Yeah.
And they can't do that with just heads, they
And
can't do that.
they wanna grow a new fan base. Remember, like we
Yeah,
spoke on
broaden the fan
before,
base,
we
right?
we were the first test subjects of the era of excess. That's the 80s era. We
Mhm.
came that the 80s were defined by everything was excess.
Yeah,
More consumption, more
greed
creativity. There
is
was just
good,
everything. We like the 80s, if there was like a tree root, the 80s would be the solid tree root that everything spring from. Even though you had the 70s, 50s, and 60s, it's still that is the pivotal point that everybody loves and goes back to the
right?
80s.
The 80s,
Yeah,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
when you have IPs and things of that nature that was nurtured and solidified through cartoons and stuff like that, and us being from that era, anything new would look very foreign and, oh, I don't want to get near that because I don't know that.
right.
That's the standoffish
It
way.
doesn't give me the nostalgia feeling.
Exactly. That fix. But to be open-minded, you can get into something new. You don't have to stay trapped. That's
Yeah.
why I love the Marvels. One of my favorite movies from Marvel.
There you go.
People,
There you go.
I
I
mean,
mean, listen,
you know what I'm saying? To me, it's
because
my
because
favorite. One
yeah,
of my favorite.
because it's a good
But that's the
movie
thing.
by itself.
You're
But if
allowed.
you're
You're allowed to like what you like. Like if that's what you like, that's what you like.
It's just,
right,
And I don't knock anybody for what they like. Like
you know,
hell
you
no.
know, I know people. Like I know people that think like perfect example. Like Superman the movie, the first one.
ooh,
I enjoy that movie. I can watch that movie 100 times, and
yeah,
it's just as good to me the 100th time I watch it as it is the first time.
yeah,
I know people that absolutely hate it. They be like, "Oh man, the visual effects, it didn't hold up well." I'm like, man, I still have a good time watching that movie. I don't care.
Hell yeah,
And
that
you got
movie's
some
classic.
people, yeah, and then you got some people like when Man of Steel came out, they were they were just bashing it. We all here think Man of Steel was one of the best Superman movies ever made. Like
Yeah.
it definitely was better than Superman 3, 4, and 5.
mhm,
So you can't you literally can't you can argue, but you're gonna lose that argument. But some people just even directors in Hollywood, like they just was like, oh, I thought it was Superman was just too cruel. He was, he killed Zod. Superman doesn't kill. Like
Mm,
everybody has their opinion, like, and it's cool. And
right.
I like opinions. I like hearing everybody's opinion. I like when everybody voices their voice and are able to, because then it makes me able to say, well, I guess if I like something, it ain't so bad after all. You know what I mean? Like it gives me
Somebody
that.
else likes it too,
Yeah,
and you don't feel,
or
oh,
hate it. Yeah, yeah. It gives me more confidence in what I like based on what they like.
mhm.
yeah.
Everybody's gonna be different, man. That's what makes us human, is our differences. So, if you bash it and I like it, don't hate me because I like it.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? Because I'm not
Yeah.
right. I ain't gonna hate you because you don't.
Yeah.
I respect your opinion and we keep it moving.
Well, speaking of opinions, my man AGC salute. He said, "I'm rewatching all of Star Wars. My plan was to ignore the sequel episodes because I'm hearing that it's non-canon. What are your thoughts? Peace, man.
Watch them all. Watch
Watch
them
them
all,
all.
ECG.
The
Watch them
sequels,
all.
according to Disney, those are canon. Right now, they are canon. If in the future they change that or they retcon it or whatever, that has not happened yet. They've not announced plans to do that yet. Any talk of that is all rumors.
But,
But no, at this point now, it is canon. So
but
and go ahead.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but how
No,
can
you
it
good.
not be canon? I mean, we already watched it. It's like even if you
Well,
retcon
that's but they
it,
say they're saying Legends isn't canon too. We already saw Legends too.
yeah, it's just like
It's
I
like
mean, you
you can tell me Legends isn't canon, but in my mind, that's all happened. I've seen it.
exactly.
I've experienced it. I've seen Luke. I've seen his daughter. I've seen Darth Cadus. I've seen all that because you can tell me it's not canon. Okay, it's not canon, but it still happened in my mind. So I still happens. So
Yeah, it's
I
just
don't
like
care what's canon. That's
you
like
have to
I
watch
guess
it.
that's a better answer. I don't care what's canon. If you like it, you like it.
Yeah.
Now, if they do, like I said, if they change that, but they've got another movie coming out with actually right now the only movies that are actually greenlit is Sean Levy's Dawn of the Jedi and
Mm,
Mandalorian Grogu.
yeah.
There's no Ray movie
Mm.
greenlit yet. They're talking
But
about a Ray movie, but it hasn't been announced.
if George Lucas didn't vehemently speak out against those last three films, I'm
Mm,
gonna let him live.
right,
I'm gonna
right,
just let him live because
Right, right.
I mean, if that man, if he would have felt disrespected in any way with those three movies, he would have came out and really shitted on every one of them.
yeah,
But he didn't. He just
right,
said it's just wouldn't I wouldn't have took that approach. But hey, that's what they did. It's great movies.
yeah,
He said that himself. They're great movies, but what he have done it that way? No. Because he's a different type of director. He's a different type of, artist.
yeah,
So, but he didn't disrespect it in the way where he say not to watch it or not
Right.
to even deal with it. He's like, it's Star Wars, man. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So I think you should let it live. I mean, I'm at the point where I'm gonna watch all of them all the way through. If I go on a tangent, I'm gonna have to.
Yeah,
It's just
why
what
not?
it
It's
is. You know?
fun. I like to rewatch them all the time. Like every now and then I'll
Yeah, I
throw them
do.
in
I
and
do
I
at least. Yeah.
watch them in different orders too. Watch the prequels
Mhm.
first and then watch the new ones.
Yeah.
You can watch it how they came out, flip it and watch it how they play. You know, it's fun to fuck with them. I've taken a VHS tape back in the day and I recorded them all
Mm,
so that they I cut out the credits and shit
yeah.
and just made it flow like one long ass movie.
That's dope.
And that's cool.
That's dope.
That's
Yeah.
a dope
That's
way to
dope.
watch
That's dope.
it. But yeah, the sequel
Well,
trilogy,
but
it
remember,
was
and
very
then
grand and it was gorgeous
remember.
looking and it looked really
Oh
good.
yeah. But remember too, he got death threats when he upgraded Star Wars. Remember, he wanted to add the CGs to Star Wars because he felt
No, right when he
yeah, like he
knocked
felt like
them
it
up,
was better that way. Yeah, like he
right,
was like, look, I wish we had this technology back when I made these. So
right,
Yeah.
that was it. And people got to remember that's his art, that's his work, that's his life, that's his that if he wants to do that and present it to you like that, you know what I mean? That's
He has
just
the
what it
right.
is.
Yeah, he has the
He has
ultimate
the right to.
the
Now,
ultimate
yeah.
I
right.
thought they were better. Yeah, I thought they were better with the upgraded CGs. I did. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Some of it
I like
was, yeah,
the
yeah. And I love
we
seeing Jabba. I love seeing Jabba and
yeah,
Han walking
that's
and talking. I was like, hell yeah.
yeah,
Now
yeah.
that part was actually cut out the movie, and he
Mm,
said that I could put in the
Right.
deleted scenes
Well, you know, the original
because
deleted scene had Jabba was originally a
it was
human.
real dude. Yeah, it was a
He
human.
was the big
Yeah.
guy, yeah, yeah. He looked kinda more
So
like the keeper of the, Rancor.
oh yeah, yeah,
yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. And it just to me, I liked it. But he got death threats. People writing him letters. Oh, yo, you can't change Star Wars. We're gonna shoot a missile at your house. Like, damn.
Just shoot it.
Listen. Like this. Like you look. You can
People
still watch the
are
old ones. Just watch them and enjoy them on whatever you got, whatever platform you can. It's not like you can't get them on DVD because they were
Yeah,
released on DVD.
yeah.
Just get them, like you know what I mean. And if it's that bad, plead with Disney to put out the original ones on Blu-ray and just do a limited release. And everybody that need it can get it, and everybody that don't gonna keep it moving. That's
yeah.
just it.
And honestly, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I don't know. Kathleen Kennedy, definitely faced an undue amount of scrutiny because she is a woman working in a male dominated franchise and all of that. And fans did call, for her to be fired and you know, even as, Marvel started to kind of flounder and absolutely no one called for the firing of Kevin Feige. No one's talking shit about Feige, right? Like like when Eternals was whack, and all these other movies, people didn't like. Marvels, like you love Marvels, like some people liked them, some people didn't, but nobody was like coming with pitchforks at Feige, but
Nah,
they
it
were
was.
with Kennedy
It
for
definitely was.
sure.
Yeah, and I think apologies are in order. From that point of view. I mean, from
Yeah,
passion.
yeah,
When you grow up, you have a passion for something, and you think it's being taken away from you. Yeah, you're gonna react a certain way. You're gonna react in a nonsensical way. So now that everything is now being put in its proper place, I'm speaking from my point of view.
yeah,
It's perspective. Yeah, gotta apologize. I apologize for my slandering ways, not knowing this woman made. She created. I'm not created, but she produced the Gremlins, man. God
hmm
damn.
hmm yeah, dog. And I remember in 2012 when everybody was, who's that? Who is she? When they were talking about, that she was going to be president of Lucasfilm, and a lot of people off the jump wanted to see her fail from jump just because she was some woman that they didn't know, and they didn't know that she was the producer of the Gremlins and hell of 80s and 90s hits fanboy hits that fanboys and nerds love. Like that's she made that. Like all your favorite fanboy flicks from the 80s, 90s, Kathleen Kennedy. She was Spielberg's go-to producer for years.
Yeah.
And that her, elevation to a leadership role at Lucasfilm made perfect sense. And in the 2010s, people would get mad if you suggested the anti-Kennedy sentiment was fueled by misogyny, or saying that she had, it's because she was a woman, pointing out all her failures and everything, and what was wrong with this and that. But no one ever talked about all the shit she did,
Mm.
And now, now I think we can, see what it is, but she'll probably be remembered most for, her cold feet. And that's fair. But the other side of that is occasionally her cold feet led to something good, like entrusting Tony Gilroy to do the spinoff of Rogue One. I mean, Andor is the phenomenal shit that you can't be like, oh, she made Kenobi and Book of Boba Fett. She also did Andor,
Yeah,
which
Andor is phenomenal.
yes, peak television, right? The best Star Wars since Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
It's and the second season is dropping in April, and it looks fucking amazing. The trailer is bananas. And will she get any credit for Andor? Probably not. No one's gonna talk about, oh, Kathleen Kennedy really killed it with that one. Where's that? Tony Gilroy was hired and given the green light, and he publicly said, like, I don't even like Star Wars.
Oh wow.
And the reality is that Kathleen Kennedy did an okay job. Yes, there have been some problems, divided pretty evenly between her cold feet and the pressure from higher up to Disney to fill the content fire hose, and but the highs are incredibly high, like Andor and Mandalorian season 1 and 2. And there isn't a solid successor in place to guarantee that Lucasfilm will run any smoother under someone else. Just because Kevin Feige or just because Dave Filoni is a big Star Wars nerd, and George Lucas is, mentee, and this big fan of the content and all that. Did he ever make Gremlins? He made Clone Wars, the animated series. Kennedy made Indiana Jones,
E.T.
E.T. Like, come on, B. Like, why is he more? No one has her accolades. Really,
Was she in on Close Encounters of the Third Kind? Did she? She
I know
had
she's on Batteries Not Included. She might have been on Cocoon too.
if she was on Cocoon, that was a dope.
No, she didn't do. She didn't do Cocoon. She didn't do that.
Nah.
She didn't do.
Oh,
Those
I don't think she did Third Encounter.
Batteries Not
Those were
Included.
because she strictly worked mostly with Steven Spielberg or closely with
Right.
him.
Okay.
So Howard, what's my man name from Happy Days?
Ron Howard.
Played,
Howard.
Ron Howard. Ron Howard was the one that
Opie
did
Cunningham.
Cocoon. Yeah, Richard Cunningham. He the one that did
Opie Cunningham.
Opie. Yeah,
I
he
call
did
him Opie
Cocoon.
Cunningham.
Yeah.
Close Encounters was I think that was Robert Zemeckis. I think Robert Zemeckis did Close Encounters.
Yeah, Robert Zemeckis.
Yeah, the boy that did
But that was that era, and she comes from that era. Gotta have some type of respect. So yeah, I'm just putting it out there for everybody and put some respect on her name. Even our greats
ain't no more talking.
Even our greats have their up and down moments, but you still have to respect them. Respect.
Yeah. Respect.
Y'all funny, bro. Y'all super funny with that.
On it.
Respect on it.
Yeah, but doesn't matter. The worst fans will welcome whoever is next.
Yeah.
With open arms, regardless, unless Disney hires, unless it's a woman, unless it's Emma Watts or something, who knows? But I mean,
now here's me playing devil's advocate. Maybe Disney, when they did hire her to do it, or okayed it, whatever, maybe it was to bring some diversity to some of the roles of Star Wars, and maybe feminize it a little bit to try, because when you ask most women about stuff, they don't like Star Wars. A lot of women, they just can't get into it.
Well, they're trying to spread it out for more people to buy it, for more audience to like
more
it.
People to like it. Yeah.
They gotta make it appeal to more people. They can't make it just appeal to nerds, like nerd dudes and shit. They gotta make it appeal to everybody, man. And we gotta understand that. Like, we gotta understand, and this is not our Star Wars. This is not our era. We're in our 40s and 50s. They do not make shit for us. They make
Not no
shit
more.
for
No.
young people.
They make it for young
Not no more.
kids,
They never did.
children.
They
Yeah,
never made stuff for 40s and 50 years. When we were kids, they made stuff for us.
Yeah.
yeah, for kids. Yeah, they made it for the kids. It was fun.
It's always made for kids. Music is geared towards teenagers. Movies are geared toward teenagers. Like merchandise, all that shit. It's all whatever is cool with the kids right now. That's what they do. That's pop culture. Pop culture is young people. So we have to understand that. And right now, pop culture is what it is, and that's what they are catering to, and
But
it makes sense.
but with our generation, and I believe all of us are Generation X, right?
Yes. Yes.
So we're the unknown. We're that generation that can swing the pendulum wherever we go because we adapt the best out of all the
Right.
generations. We're the most adaptable
Hmm.
because we were caught.
Yeah.
We were the ones who were caught when the internet first came in.
Right.
We was there for that. We was there for all phases. We was there. We were born when the 8-track was leaving. The tape cassette came in. The videotape came in. Then we had the DVD, CD come in. The Blu-ray. We were there
Yep.
for every new technology that advanced.
Yep.
So it's hard for us to say, and I'm saying it from my point of view, that we can adapt to anything. So when they say they're making stuff for the young people, they're still making it for us because we're adaptable.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
You know what
because
I'm
we
saying?
we like the shit that they're making for the young
Yeah,
people.
like I went.
They're
We went
using
to see Sonic.
RIPs. That's cool. Like, yeah.
Yeah, we went to
Imagine
see
this.
Sonic. My kids know Sonic, but I grew up when Sonic was born.
Right. Right. And that's right.
It's
mm,
like,
And I need to be grateful that they're actually
yeah,
using RIPs. Yeah, they might be making it geared towards a different audience, but
yeah,
at least it's Star Wars. At
yeah,
least it's
right.
Marvel.
yeah,
At least we're getting some
Yeah,
content.
mm,
So
yeah.
if I was looking this way, I'm starting to look this way now, man. I'm starting to get it, and
Mm.
I'm down.
you can't get hung up on. You can't get hung up on the politics, man.
Yeah,
You
you
like,
got.
like,
Ah,
all right, like the new Spider-Man, like friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I just watched the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm about to
It's
get
all
into
right.
that too.
It was all right.
Out. I'm
It's
about.
different, but it's all right. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? And I just took it for what it was. Like, this is just a chap, a Spider-Man that they did it like this. I mean, it's
yeah.
all right. It wasn't bad. Yeah.
Oh, what happened to Reno?
No, what the-
Oh,
I
camera.
don't know.
But yeah,
Was
man.
it Cameron? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
But
So,
yeah, man. I mean, I think
Reno, I sent you a thing the other day about the guy that I said with he was talking about the MCU and the Fantastic Four and how it's in the '60s and the Portal Bridge and all of that. And then he did the Jonathan, not the Jonathan Hickman, Dark. I think it's Dark Avengers. No, not Dark Avengers or Dark Fantastic Four Avengers. I don't know. I forget which one
the
it was.
Illuminati.
But it all linked all that together. Like I was blown away when I went and read the one comic and then I went and looked at it. I
Mm,
was like, yo, that whoever that dude, he had a lot of time on his hands, but he was on to something.
mm.
Like he
Okay.
like he was showing how they're gonna link the whole MCU together with the mutants and then the non-mutants and everybody, and that they're gonna pull together different parts of the multiverse in order to give us certain things. So like it won't all be in the 616 version of the MCU.
I mean, yeah, like I said, man, I'm open for it. As long as the action is great. I can see the superheroes that I had never seen on screen before. As far as the powers, how they display them, because the special effects plays a major part in what we like. You know what I'm
It
saying?
does.
You want to see
right.
Cyclops with the room the blast from his eyes. You want to see how they're gonna do it this time. You want to see how Storm goes in the clouds and crazy. You know what I'm saying? You want to see a lot. You know, you want to see how they are gonna their take on it. You know,
Right.
so I mean, I think I'm open for it. I can't wait for it. You know what I mean? As soon as it dropped, I'm there. You know, it is what it is, man. I mean, we
And
can't
when it
see.
comes
Oh yeah,
and when it comes to the X-Men, I think that's what people want, exactly what you said. They just want to see how
Yeah.
it's portrayed on the big screen. X-Men has a cult following, like
yeah,
like straight up and down. You got to get that right. If you don't
yeah.
get that right, this ain't like the other situation with
Well, you
Kathleen
know,
Kennedy. If you don't get X-Men right, you're gonna hear it. Not only you gonna hear it, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it financially
but Stu, you
because
can't really say
those
that.
fans,
You can't really
huh?
say that. You know why you can't really say that? They had already
Wow.
done X-Men and they haven't done it technically right. They did it their way, but not the
Right.
right way. And
But it was acceptable to fans. Fans
yeah,
accepted it.
so that's why I said
That's my point.
this time around they might not get it right even though, but we'll accept it because it's
Right.
we never seen it from their point of view.
It's just gonna be a different version,
Yeah.
But Stu, to answer your
Mhm.
question, I think I got y'all can see me. The camera's working and shit.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can
yeah,
see
you're
Okay.
good. You're good.
yeah.
For and I've been saying this. I've been saying this for years now. But Hickman, Hickman's Avengers, Hickman's Fantastic Four, Hickman's Secret Wars. Jonathan Hickman, the comic writer, is absolutely influencing the MCU now, just like the Ultimate Universe influenced the beginning of the MCU, right? In the beginning, where we had Samuel as and so Hickman's Avengers, Hickman's Fantastic Four is called FF, and Hickman's Secret Wars. I mean, the original Secret Wars back in the 80s was what it was, 1984.
Yeah.
But 2015, from the moment that was released back in 2015, Marvel's Secret Wars, written by Jonathan Hickman and illustrated by
Alex
Esad
Ross.
Ribic. Esad Ribic. He
Yeah, Alex Ross.
signified nothing less than a seismic shift in the history of Marvel Comics. It was absolutely game changing. It is an amazing run. One of my favorite comics, Hickman's Avengers, like all leads up to that. Fantastic Four, Avengers, all that by Jonathan Hickman. It all leads up to Secret Wars, and Secret Wars, borrowing the title from the 1984 Secret Wars. It's a very different. It's not like a repolishing. It's a complete reboot. It's a totally different Secret Wars story. And it was, as the climactic conclusion to Jonathan Hickman's long-running Avengers and the new Avengers storyline. So he does two. He just got two comic runs. You got the Avengers, and then there's the new Avengers. So both written by Hickman. Fantastic Four, Hickman's FF, all leads into it. It's all connected. A lot of his shit is. And then, guys, remember the very comic that brought me back into comics and inspired me to start collecting again was Jonathan Hickman's House of X and Powers of X, which was the X-Men that he did, which came right off of that shit. So like all of that Secret Wars happens, and then guess what happened? House of X, Powers of X. Now, if God wants to show me that he loves me in any way, Hickman's Powers of X and House of X will be how we see the mutants, because it will come right after his Secret Wars, which is basically what we're getting, basically what we've been getting. And the events of his momentous miniseries effectively ended the Marvel universe as fans knew it. Just like the Krakoan era completely ended the Marvel the mutant universe as fans knew it, right? And reset the modern canon of Marvel. Like Hickman is not just my favorite author; he's actually like Marvel's favorite author too. It would seem, right? And so they all based on this shit. Now he's an acquired taste. If you like, some people don't like his comics because he has whole pages where it's just a white page with text, just like a
Yeah,
page out of a book,
I
right?
like that. I
I love
enjoy
it.
that.
I
Yeah,
love it.
because it's informative. I like it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
lore. It's like
it's something different.
it's extra lore and shit.
Extra
A lot of
lore,
times
yeah.
it'll be an email between two characters. It's something or a document, like right, like he'll throw it right in there, and it really helps. In my opinion, it helps with the immersion, and it makes the comics cinematic, and that's why the MCU goes to it so quickly and easily because the shit is already fucking built that way. It's already built like a movie. And since Disney acquired 21st Century Fox, fans have been wondering how Marvel's going to introduce these newly available characters and intellectual properties that were previously locked under the Fox banner, right? The whole X-Men thing into this ongoing MCU timeline. And so Marvel's now announced that all these upcoming projects for Phase 5 and 6, one of which was is Secret Wars, and is the big screen adaptation Avengers Secret Wars. Kevin Feige and the Russo brothers, who are set to direct Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, are trying to tell their own version of the Jonathan Hickman Avengers and Secret Wars and New Avengers storyline. And so, while at the same time integrating the deep roster of characters that Disney has now acquired for them via the 21st Century Fox that they can now use in the movies. Because, and a lot of people don't understand this either, when Sony owns Spider-Man and Fox owns the X-Men and Universal or Paramount or whoever owns the Hulk or whatever, they don't own these characters. What they own is the movie rights.
Yeah.
Marvel still owns the comic rights, the merchandise rights, the toy rights, every other right. They just can't make a movie with them. It's called movie rights. And so Hollywood has some right. So Hollywood has a thing called movie rights. And anytime they see an IP or anything they want the movie rights. And someone's going to get the movie rights, and one person gets them. That's it. And so every producer's clamoring to get the movie rights for whatever hot IP is out there. And right. So it's the movie rights that they've gotten back now. And so when Secret Wars begins, the multiverse is already collapsing. And I hope I can show you this right now. I want to actually show you this shit, dog. It's bananas. Let's see if it'll let me. Let's see if it'll let me here. I'll bring y'all into what I'm doing. So I want to show you the actual comic because I don't have the physical comic right now. Hang on.
I'll be right back.
All right. But I've got a digital version, if it will let me. Hold on. Oh wait, I got a link. Hang on. Bam, bam, bam. All right. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
You see all these Avengers comics?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's letting me show it. This is Avengers. This is Hickman's Avengers is what it looks like. And this is Infinity. This is New Avengers is up here. This is New Avengers here. These are just a bunch of like trade paperbacks. There's Fantastic Four, Hickman's Fantastic Four. All this is Jonathan Hickman. And these are the omnibus right here. But so in this, here goes Infinity. Then it rolls over that. Now here's Secret Wars. Okay. You see the Secret Wars? That's Hickman's, that's 2015 Secret Wars. And this is Jonathan Hickman. So all this time I've been saying, we've been saying, I wish they would make, if they would, Jonathan Hickman, they would just adapt some Hickman movies, right? Hickman comics and make movies. That's what they're doing now. So they are doing what I've been begging and praying
What
for them
we've
to do.
asking for, yeah.
Yep.
It makes sense. It just makes sense. It's modern material. It's written very well. And
Cinematic.
it's things that, it's stories that the fans like. I mean, to adapt it to a screenplay shouldn't be hard. Should be rather simple, and then give it to it. Like the main thing that people complain about is the story. They complain, or it's just too overly comical. Like we want to see a comedy, make a comedy, but when it comes to this, nobody wants to, they don't want to see a comedy. They want to see the movie. They want, like Raw Talk said, they want the action. They want the character and the costume. Like Stan Lee said, they want the character and the costume.
Right.
You know, doing, doing the things that the character does. That's what's gonna draw them in to come see
Yeah.
it.
They don't want to see a Spider-Man that's not climbing walls or swinging through the city. They
Right.
want to
Right,
see all that makes Spidey who he is.
right, right. Like he told Tobey Maguire, they're not coming to see you. They're coming to see you act like Spider Man. They don't want to see Peter Parker on screen 90% of the movie. They don't want that.
Yep.
They
Right.
want to see Spider Man on the screen 90%. Spider Man is supposed to be on the screen 90%. Peter Parker 10%.
Yep. Exactly. You got that balance down right.
That's the ratio. Yeah.
That's the ratio. Yes, sir. Yep. That's for all heroes. That's
Yeah.
you want to see them in the costume.
Now this comic here, this is what.
This is Avengers, Jonathan Hickman's Avengers, and this is what everything you've been hearing about incursions and the multiverse and the Illuminati, that's all from this. And that's what I'm trying to get to right now and show you the
You got Bruce
incursions.
Lee up in there.
Shang-Chi, yeah, yeah.
Shang-Chi, the
Uh,
original Bruce Lee.
but this is one of my favorite comics. It's one of the best iterations of all these
And the
characters.
artist is definitely on point.
Peak, yes, the art is
All right, that's
phenomenal,
Pete.
which
Yeah.
which is so important, so important. Like, it's a visual medium. This is not a novel. This is a comic.
Yeah, I like to read that.
Let me
Damn.
see.
That was
Okay, see
dope.
this right here?
Yeah.
Right.
Illuminati, Black Bolt,
Yeah.
Namor,
Anymore.
Reed Richards, Iron Man, Beast, Doctor Strange, and Black Panther.
Yep.
That's the Illuminati.
Hmm.
So Beast is the mutant genius. Iron Man is the master of machines. Reed Richards is the universal builder. Black Bolt is the celestial messiah. Namor is Imperious Rex. Doctor Strange is the sorcerer supreme. And Black Panther is king of the dead.
Hmm.
And Thrones, 1 month later. Ba ba ba. Now we see the Illuminati. They're chilling. They're getting ready to talk. They're like, okay, we need to get together.
Oh, then who is there?
And then you see Doom. And
But
yeah,
remember, that's what the guy said in the video I sent you. He said that's how they're going. With Doom being in there, they're gonna tie it all together.
yeah.
Like that. Like they're gonna do. They're gonna do the Council of Richards and
Yeah,
all of
you
that.
got
And
Wakanda.
it made
Now
sense.
look,
Yeah.
Shuri
I was
is a big part of Shuri is Black Panther in Hickman's Avengers, so
Hmm.
it's all here. There's Namor. Look at Namor. Don't this look like a scene out of Wakanda too?
Yep.
yeah.
I mean,
And I ain't gonna lie, I liked it Wakanda too. I just wish they did the original story, but I thought Wakanda 2 wasn't bad.
yeah, I liked it too. I liked and I love the Namor stuff. Uh,
War. Hmm.
yeah, there's yeah,
Mm.
but now you can't go wrong with this comic. Or is it Frozen? Okay. But I'm trying to find the incursions, because it actually shows the planets, the Earths, and the different universes literally colliding together. And as they collide, when they touch, like when they crash, then they break up and everything destroyed. And so when Multiverse of Madness with Doctor Strange, and they started showing the Illuminati and talking about the incursions and talking about the multiverse is
Yeah.
colliding, destroying itself, and blah blah blah. I was like, oh my god, that's Hickman's Avengers. Like, get the fuck out of here. And truly, that's where I seen it start. Like, Stu, that's where I knew that they were gonna start incorporating Hickman's shit in the MCU,
Yeah.
because that's where it was. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
that's why I sent you to join because I was like, yeah, we talk about this all the time. And the dude, listen, he might have had a lot of time on his hands to sit down and think about that, but
all you
he
have
had
to do is
it's
have
a
read
real
these.
good take. It's a real
Yeah,
good take, and if you read those comics, you would agree with him.
yeah. Let me see if Hickman's Avengers Volume 1. Let me see if it's in here. I feel like it was in 3 because I feel like it just introduced the Illuminati there. But let me see if it's in the first one. Oh, it's so beautiful too how it starts out, guys. This is how it starts out. Blank white, then it goes, there was nothing.
Mm.
Followed by everything. Boom, the big bang happens. Swirling, burning specks of creation that circled life-giving suns. And then we race to the light. Boom. And then it starts off, it was a spark that started the fire, a legend that grew in the telling. Some believe it began the moment Hyperion was was rescued from a dying universe.
Mm.
Others said it was when the guard were broken on the dead moon. Many more think it was when Ex Nihilo transformed Mars, turning the red planet green. That's an Ex Nihilo right here. They were all wrong. As it happened before the light, before the war, before the fall. It started with 2 men. Tony, it started with an idea. Wake up, old man. I haven't been able to sleep. I couldn't think about something you said. And well, I've been busy. I'm sorry, I know it's late. It's fine, Tony. I'm grateful. Bad dreams? Now you got Reed Richards, Namor, Black Bolt, Black Panther, the Illuminati introduced. Something like that. So that was in his dream.
Mm.
And then, so this idea has been running through my mind. It's overwhelming, all consuming, and I can't shut it off. The exact same thing that happened the day I found you. You remember that day? This is showing Iron Man finding Cap in ice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I remember everything about that day. We started something that mattered because of you. The world changed. I changed. And blah, 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 blah.
Oh, so in this one, I forgot. In this world, Iron Man finds Cap instead of the Hulk.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Avengers world, and this is X Nihilo. This is Mars, and they're terraforming Mars. It's so deep. They really break it down, man, and the art. Like, let me just show you how the Avengers look. They look so dope. Oh, I like her. You remember Aeon Flux?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of how like the art. I feel like her hair, like I don't know, it just reminds me of that
Mm-hmm.
Aeon Flux. But
Mm-hmm.
here we go. There we go. That's a dope ass picture right there.
That's
Hawkeye.
hard.
Serious.
That's
Hell yeah.
hard.
That's
That's
hard.
hard.
Hell yeah.
Fellas, I gotta jump off.
Yes, sir.
Already? Oh shit.
Yeah, man, it's 8 o'clock. Man. It's 8:10. Starting
Damn.
to really get out of here.
All right.
But I'm still gonna be watching. I'll just chime in
Yeah.
the chat.
All right.
All
No
right,
doubt, bro.
man.
Be safe,
All
man.
right.
Be safe. One.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, the art's crazy. The art's crazy. It's some of the best art, in comics, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's no exaggeration. I'm just saying what it is. Uh, and I'm still skipping through it. I'm trying to find the incursions because this will make you guys understand it to the point that you'll be really excited about what's going on in the MCU. Previously in New Avengers. So remember, Hickman's writing Avengers and the New Avengers at the same time. And the way the issues are coming out, I believe it's New Avengers, Avengers, New Avengers, Avengers. So like issue 1 of New Avengers, then issue 1 of Avengers, then issue 2 of New Avengers, then issue 1 of 2 of Avengers, issue 3 of New Avengers, issue 3 of Avengers, like that. So
Yeah.
it's kind of coming out staggered, which is exactly how they did House of X and Powers of X, Powers of 10. So House of X would come out number 1, then Powers of 10 would come out, then House of X 2 would come out, then Powers of 10 2 would come out. And he does that a lot. So this is like a flashback to the New Avengers comic, and this is the Illuminati. And you'll notice Professor X is here
Yeah.
instead of Beast.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it started. And that's why in the movie you see Professor X, but they replaced a few characters, as you can see.
Yeah.
Uh, but
Hmm.
and now this is Reed coming to the Illuminati, telling them that it's about to be over. Like, this is real this time. There's nothing we can do. Like, the whole fucking universe is collapsing on itself, and it's going bad. It's going bad real fast. And we got to do something either now or never. And it's got to be something out of the box, outside the box, something we've never thought possible. Something. So here we go. This is what I was looking for, too. There's the Illuminati popping in.
Mm-hmm.
This is their main introduction. Secretly, they rule. And here it says Black Bolt, Namor. Let's see if we can zoom in. No dice. All right, so it's Black Bolt, the Celestial Messiah,
Mm-hmm.
Namor, Imperious Rex, the Power Gem. Oh, so each one has a gem, has one of the Infinity Stones. So the Illuminati are the keepers of the Infinity Stones right now, and each one has a different stone. Not each one, but Black Bolt doesn't have a stone. Namor has the Power Gem. Reed Richards has the Reality Gem. Iron Man has the Space Gem. Cap has the Time Gem. Strange has the Soul Gem. And then you've got Black Panther and Professor X, who has the Mind Gem.
Mm.
And if this isn't exciting you yet, you guys, then you don't fuck with comics. Like,
Mm.
this is the dopest shit. You have to read this shit to understand Marvel right now. And it's not gonna be a chore. Like, look at this. Look at the Illuminati here, man. Oh man, that's so dope. I can't wait to get the Illuminati. Let me see. Yeah, I got the whole Illuminati right now. I need a Mr. Fantastic. Once I
Mm-hmm.
get a Mr. Fantastic, I have the whole Illuminati on the shelf, and I'm gonna set them up too, all together. And that's why I got that Namor. You see the Namor with the blue scales and the collar,
Yeah.
and that's why I got that figure, because it's from this comic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go. All right. So here we go. They're going to explain now what the fuck they're talking about. Every time you see them in the movies talking about the incursions and all that.
Mm-hmm. That's wild.
Come on, man. The fuck?
It froze.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay. Life and death, the birth and heat, death of everything lie at opposite ends on the timeline of the universe. The birth and heat, death of everything.
Mm.
I don't know what that means.
The
Uh,
heat death, maybe I don't know, maybe the planet burning.
No, but I mean the way it's written, it says the birth and heat, death of everything.
Mm.
I don't know. Oh well. It'll probably make sense in a minute. The beginning and end of our Earth also exists on this timeline, and of course, falls within these two endpoints, right? So the death and the birth, basically,
Yeah.
and the beginning and end of our Earth. Blah 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 blah. Our world was born after the universe's creation, and our world will die before the universe ends.
Mm-hmm.
So we're in between the birth and the death of the universe. We also know that there is a multiverse of realities, an infinite number of Earths inside an infinite number of universes, where any manner of divergent reality can exist, endless possibilities. However, as I mentioned earlier, everything dies. So, regardless of how many realities there are, eventually they'll all end up in the same place, in the same state, extinguished at the end of everything. So, they all come from one birth and they all die in one death. And here's where our problem lies. I've learned that somewhere, one of these Earths, an event occurred that caused the early death of one of these universes.
Mm.
That untimely, unnatural event then caused a tiny contraction in the multiverse's timeline. Now, everything would die ever so slightly sooner. because everything has to die together. So, in addition, that tiny contraction caused two universes to smash together at the incursion point,
Mm.
the initial event. And this is where you really want to pay attention. The point was Earth. They
Mm.
touched and destroyed each other, taking their universes with them, causing yet another contraction in the timeline. So here we are talking about the timeline again.
Mhm.
So it's all wraps up with the TVA and all that shit in the MCU, which in turn accelerated the smashing together of even more Earths and their respective universes. So it's like dominoes, bah, 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 bah. They're starting to come like dominoes crashing together. And that's what T'Challa witnessed, another Earth colliding with Earth. So you can see there's like the planet Earth is getting ready to smash into this Earth. And
Mm.
T'Challa saw that in a vision, and that's what. So Cap says, "I don't understand if this is what happened. How are we here?" And Black Panther says, "The woman, the Black Swan, used a device to destroy the other Earth, preventing impact." And Iron Man said, "Is that really what she calls herself?" And he said, "Yes, the Black Swan." Okay. So all just perfect and foreboding as hell. We have to find a way to stop this. A multiversal apocalyptic death scenario. Sure, I'd say it's a situation that needs handling. And our problem is that we have too many unknowns. What's the source of the collapse? Can the chain reaction be stopped? Can it even be slowed down? We do have the technology that the Black Swan had on her person. So this includes the trigger mechanism to whatever destroyed the other planet. So there's, and then Cap says, "Let's stop this conversation right here. We are going to handle this exactly like we normally would. We will prepare, gather intelligence, and when the next episode occurs, use that information to figure out how to win, because that's what we do." And Reed says, "There's a good chance that won't work, Cap. We won't have enough time." And Namor says, "Why not?" And Reed says, "According to the Swan, there are constants. Call them rules. As I stated earlier, the time the two Earths begin to collide is called an incursion, and every single one is exactly the same. Before they begin, there's a very short period of harmonic alignment, which is what allows the two Earths to exist in the same space. Then the single bit of good news is that we should be able to detect this and therefore create an early warning system, so at least we'll know when one is coming. Regardless, once the incursion actually begins, our time to act grows very short, as each incursion lasts exactly 8 hours. At the end of those 8 hours, what follows is extremely simple. Either both worlds are destroyed along with their respective universes as they smash together, or one Earth is destroyed, which eliminates the incursion point between the two universes, sparing them both. 8 hours, one event, two possible outcomes. So if they destroy one Earth, it not only saves their Earth, but it saves both of the universes.
Mhm, mhm.
So only that Earth dies, not its universe. So it would be the humane thing to do. But Cap is like, "Nah, we can't do that. We can't kill people." And so Cap's not with it. Uh,
Yeah.
and Reed says, "Now, admittedly, the Black Swan could be lying. I did not have that much time with her, and I definitely think she's leaving some things out. But biometrics showed no signs of deception. And of course, there's that minor point that she appeared to destroy the other world, thereby sparing ourselves and sparing ours and herself. So for now, her story checks out. 8 hours. That's what we have. T'Challa, all of you," he said, "now all of you understand. I don't ask for the counsel of other men. I don't need it. I have always been capable of making the impossible decision on my own. But it is beyond me or any single one of us. So here we are, an unholy alliance that just might be Earth's only hope. Help me save my people, help me save our world, and the very universe itself." Doctor Strange says, "Not universe, universes, all of them, along with all the twisted and broken, shattered realms in between. The scale of this is infinite, and the stakes, I fear the hard choices we will soon face, my friends." Hard choices, ha! Namor says, "Open your eyes. The woman you have in captivity destroyed an entire world. Exactly what do you think lies on that path before us? The oceans have turned to blood. The question you have to ask here is, sorry, and then Black Bolt doesn't say anything because he can't. And Yeah.
He opens his mouth, everybody's gone. The
Right.
whole planet is gone.
Right. But basically, they talk about it, and everything's gonna be destroyed. And Anthony's like, "Well, we got to do it." What he says, and here's where Anthony and Cap fall out. He says, "If this is the end of everything, then perhaps it's best for everything to remain on the table while we search for an answer. Everything, as in maybe destroying that other planet, is what we have to do. It's got to be left on the table."
Mm.
Cap says, "Anthony, what the hell is wrong with you?" Salah says, "These are not things lightly said, Captain. We are." Cap says, "No.
Mm.
I will not tolerate. I will not allow any of this talk of necessity, of necessary evil. I have spent my life on that line. Every time I've seen someone cross it, death and horror and shame was what followed. So I refuse to entertain it,
Mm.
especially when we don't have to." Reed says, "Oh," and then, "Remember, we have something better. We just have to be willing to use it." And he shows the stones because he's got the infinity.
Oh, the Infinity Stones. Okay.
And so Tony looks at T'Challa. He's like, Cap might be onto something here. Reed's like, we would need all 6 of the gems to be sure. And then Charles Xavier is dead, and the location of the mind gem is lost with him.
Mm.
Namor says, "No, we can use the 5 we have to find his. The stones want to be together." Beep-doop. And then Tony pulls it up. So we agree. We reassemble the Infinity Gauntlet. And Cap says, "Yes." And Reed says, "Anthony, T'Challa, and I can be constructing the incursion early warning system." And Cap says, "While Namor, Black Bolt, and I will find Xavier's gem." Okay, good. Now I want everyone to look at me. Yes, this is massive. Yes, it is night. But remember, the shape of the world does not shape us. If we do waver, we cannot fail. You just have to believe. And these are shit going on in other universes.
Okay.
Believe in the cause.
Mm.
Believe in each other. This is all going to work out. I know it. Now, from here, they Beast. This is where we find Beast, and then we see some flashbacks. And so now we're going to Xavier and Beast. This is how Beast comes into it. They're trying to find Xavier's stone. They bring all the stones together, and you see Galactus and Uatu, and they do their thing. And Cap's got the stone, and he blasts it up, and he shoots it up at the other Earth. He says, "Okay, stand back. I'm getting ready to do it." So instead of Tony snapping or using the gauntlet and dying, which they got that from this,
Mm. It was
because
Cap.
Cap does it right. He's like, "Power, so much power. I can control the heavens. I can control the earth." "Then do it. Send it back." Bews. So yeah, Cap's never had this kind of power. So he's like, and he literally has all the power, and he beams it up at the incurring Earth. The Earth is like an island breaking the surface of an ocean. He's literally pushing the entire universe hidden from us. And my God, it's amazing. I think it's working. It's slowing down. And what's his fucking name? The sorcerer. He says it won't be enough to stop it. Iron Man says, "Steve, you have to push it away. You have to send it back to end the incursion." He's like, "It's going to work." Boom. And then they all blow up. The
Shit.
Mind Gem, the Power Gem, all the gems shatter. Shpa.
Damn.
Boom. Shattered, shattered, shattered. Gone. Shattered. What was that? What just happened? They're gone. I gave it one final push, and the sky snapped back, and they're just gone. I don't know what happened. I do. You just killed us all, you incompetent fool. You've killed us all. Namor's going at Cap.
Namor is crazy.
Hell yeah. And fucking Beast is there, and he's like, "What's going on?" And Necropolis. So they're basically getting all this, they're not going to be able to. They're not going to do all this shit in the movie, obviously. But like, this is where it's coming from. So like, if you want to, you know, watch the MCU and like know about comics that they're talking about and shit like that, like this is some comics you should read.
Yeah.
Um, and even if you don't care about any of that, it's just if you like comics, this is just one of the best. One of the best. I mean, it's just one of the best. It's phenomenal. And this is just, this little part of it. Uh it gets real deep. Like there's so much more involved. Like, yeah, it's bananas.
Mm. Yep.
You could see it though, right?
I can't see it no more.
But you could just now when I was showing you the
Yeah.
stones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Hold on. Slade says, I need these comics. Daredevil, what up? What up? He said, what up, Raw?
Yeah. What up? What up? What up, bro?
He said, I don't know anyone else, but I'm gonna get these comics. He said, is this the Illuminati book? Read it a while ago. Pretty dope. This is dope, explains a lot. It's not the Illuminati book. There is also Illuminati comic and shit too. But yeah, it's the Avengers and the new Avengers. But here's what I picked up today. What if Galactus transformed Gambit instead of Norrin Rad?
Mm.
And then what if Galactus transformed the Hulk?
Damn.
Some what ifs grabbed Helverine #2.
Okay.
That's dope ass cover.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That's Dakin. Got the G.I. Joe. Yeah, hold on. I can't even read what issue that is.
That should be hold on. I think that's
313. Okay.
313.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nice Destro.
Yeah, versus Cobra Commander.
Yeah, and what suit is that? The black suit Cobra Commander?
That is actually the movie suit, I believe.
I've never
That was
seen
from the movie. I seen that from the movie.
an all black suit with a
Yeah, it's
crazy ass helmet.
yeah, yeah. It's kind of like that movie.
What movie?
The GI Joe movie, the one with The Rock in it.
Oh, the live action movie.
Yeah,
Oh.
the live one.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm sitting here thinking you're talking about the Globulus shit.
Oh no, no, no,
I love this cover too with the all black.
no.
Nice. This is a new joint that's just come out. Star Wars Legacy, all about the. You got Black Crescent and all the famous bounty hunters, Dr. Afra, Triple O. Yeah. Got a new Space Ghost.
Oh snap!
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it's number 9.
Nice.
Got the newest Dick Tracy here, number 7. Pretty cool cover.
Yeah, that's a tough cover right there. Definitely a noir cover.
Yes, definitely. New Wolverine, Ultimate Wolverine, number 1. So the new Ultimate Universe. It's totally cool, totally new version. It's kind of like how the Absolute DC's doing Absolute.
Yeah.
Where it's like these new versions of the characters. That's exactly what the new Ultimate Universe is. Sabretooth has a new series called The Dead Don't Talk. I showed number 1 the other day. This is number 2.
Read.
Remember how Gangs of New York?
Yeah.
Fangs of New York. But yeah, it's like that era.
Creed.
Yeah, it takes place back in that era, back of like Gangs of New York movie.
Because that's the era they come from, actually, right?
Yeah, Wolverine them, they're old as fuck.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Absolute universe, there's Batman Absolute number
3,
4.
4.
Yeah.
It's just wicked. He got them spikes heavy.
Yeah. He can do that with his cape.
Yeah.
Here's G.I. Joe Energon Universe number 3.
Yeah.
Now this is a new series that not a new series, a new event that's crossing over a bunch of different comic titles. It's called
Doom.
One World Under Doom. And I cannot wait to get into it.
One world under Doom.
Yeah, and
You know you gotta be a bad motherfucker if you name yourself Doom.
right, right, like what the
Like,
fuck?
like, who does
Um,
that? Like, yo, my name is Doom. Like, oh shit.
just Doom,
Shout out
motherfucker.
to MF Doom too.
Or
That,
is
that's
blonde.
just like, yo.
That's the same thing.
Yeah, right?
You tell yourself was Doctor Doom. Uh but yeah, speaking of one world under Doom, you've got the
Fantastic.
Fantastic Four.
Hmm.
This is One World Under Doom at the top.
Hmm. The Hulk, the Red
Red,
Hulk, right?
yeah, Red Hulk number 1.
Hmm.
One World Under Doom.
And
And
Wep-
this I'm
Weapon
super
X
excited
Men.
about. Yeah, Wolverine, Deadpool, and Cable. Hell yeah,
Yeah.
the dream team right there. Wolverine, Deadpool, and Cable. Man, I can't wait. Look at that. It's almost like an Alex Ross type style
Yeah.
cover. Really nice. The trio right there.
Mm.
Absolute Superman number 4.
Yeah.
This has been really, really good. I'm not a big fan of like Superman comics at
Mm.
all. Not really my style, but these are fucking different. Hellhunters is a like World War II team of fucking dudes. Like Wolverine's one of them. Like I think a old school Nick Fury's on the squad. Like, yeah, it's a dope old school throwback.
Mm.
Got the Energon Universe number 4 with some
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. What is it called? The Stinger.
the Stinger up there with
Cobra Commander.
yeah, and some bats.
Mm-hmm.
Wolverine, Ultimate Wolverine number 2. My only complaint with the Ultimate Universe is these covers, man.
Yeah, because
Like
it
it's
blocks out the art.
yeah, I would much rather have a full page of art, man. That's just it's sad.
Mm.
Absolute number 5.
Yeah, he looks hard right there.
Oh yeah. This has been really cool so far. Well, the one comic that I read of it, this is number 2, Cable, Love and Chrome.
Okay.
And it's dope as fuck because Cable's my favorite.
Mm.
Here's Sabretooth Dead Men Don't Talk number 3 with I believe it's either Psylocke or it might be
I think
Daredevil.
that's Psylocke.
It's what's her name?
And she's like mixed with a old girl. Electra.
Elektra, but no Psy, just a sword,
Yeah.
flaming sword.
Could be
But
Electra. 'Cause Electra is known to have powerful weapons before.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll see. Oh hell yeah! I haven't really looked at this yet, but that's dope. This is the GI Joe number 314, and that's my man
Yep.
Tunnel Rat.
Yeah.
Tunnel Rat looking hard there,
See
right
Wild
there.
Bill and Tripwire. Yeah,
Yeah, sci-fi in the back.
yep, I got those two. I got the white and black one, and I had these the other day. Picked
Nice.
them up. And then
Mhm.
for my brother, he collects John Jang.
Oh, that's my man right there.
Yeah, so I got these for him.
Dog, those are dope.
Yeah, the convention exclusive joints.
Hell yeah, man. Damn, I want some of those.
Yeah, they had sold out on this one, so I had to wait 3 damn weeks because
Nice.
the company that sold them, they went out to MegaCon for a weekend, and then I had to wait. but I'm glad I got him, and he's coming to pick them up tomorrow. He got all John James collection of GI Joe comics.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
my favorite one is the Firefly.
yeah. I love Fly.
Yeah. Mr. Freeze got the snow globe with Gotham in it.
Yeah, that's tough cover right there.
Yeah, because
That's a
his
heavy cover.
yeah, and
I always like that.
reason I grabbed it, I wasn't reading these yet, but I've been searching for like a Batman comic that I really will like, and
Mm.
I've been trying a lot of these new Batman titles, and so far they've been all right, but they haven't really hit for me in the art department. And
Yeah, that's where he lack.
I opened this joint and I'm like, yo, I'm about to fucking subscribe. Like
Mm.
it's crazy. It's really, really
Oh
well
shit.
done. Like I can't even believe it. I didn't know.
Yo, what's up with that Batman right there, son?
Right. I don't even know. I don't even know, dog. It's
Oh,
and who's this? Look at that shit. That's crazy.
whoa. Okay, they doing things over there.
Yeah, it's really like
Yeah, very. Oh, okay.
yeah.
Comic, real comic artists.
Yes. Yes.
Nice,
And
nice. It reminds me back in the day with Image Comics, because that's how
right.
they really got shit popping, was the art on the inside as well as the cover.
The guy looked like cover art. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what Image was doing. Look at this fucking Two-Face, man. Damn.
Two Face Harvey Dent.
This is dope.
Hmm. Yeah, that Joker of the Year little
Joker's
advertisement.
nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need what is that? Joker year one?
Mhm.
Ooh, Chip Zdarsky? Oh yeah, that's getting fucking ordered. Oh yeah, that's getting subscribed. That's going in the pool.
Picklets. Yeah. Pull
Yeah,
up.
Chip Zdarsky is my man too. He's did my favorite Daredevil run. Not
Mhm.
that I've read a bunch of Daredevil. He's really the only Daredevil run I ever read, but it was so good that it like I was hooked.
Mhm.
And no, Daredevil never really grabbed me like that before. So I I attributed that to the author, Chip Zdarsky.
Face. That
Uh,
was crazy.
yeah, but this is yeah, this is Detective Comics, and that's just the title. It's just Detective Comics. This is number 1050. What is it? So this is like the original Detective Comics from back in the
Yeah, it's
40s.
still on the same run.
Right. 1088. So
And it
and
started what in
like the 40s, I think, right?
yeah.
Or 30s even.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that and Action Comics.
Yeah, Action
And
Comics.
then this just came out. So we've been looking at the Absolute Universe. We've been looking at, Superman. They did the first stuff. They did Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, and then they flipped it to who the next one was? Flash.
Green Lantern.
It was it?
Was it
Yes,
Green Lantern?
yes.
Yeah.
Flash, Green Lantern, and a weird one. I don't know,
Mm.
but this is a new one. New Gods.
Okay. They brought back the new
Yeah,
gods.
yeah.
Okay.
And who knows what it could be because it's absolute.
Yeah. We're gonna get to see where Dark Side comes into play, because
Right.
you know,
Orion.
yeah.
But what sold me was this art. Dog, this puts that last shit to shame.
Oh shit. Okay. Mm. The shading is tough.
Dog,
These
yeah.
details.
Just the details,
Mm-hmm.
the art style.
That looks wild. Look like the Death Star. Ha!
Yeah,
They be
yeah.
wilding, paying homage indirectly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just bananas.
Okay.
Let me see if it'll focus. There we go.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay.
Yeah. Ooh-wee.
Oh man.
Like this is a DC comic. This isn't no indie, because a lot of time you'll get art like this and like some really cool indie dude will make some cool like weird sci-fi shit, but this is fucking DC, dog. So it's gonna be digestible. It's not gonna be pretentious and epic and too hard to read. But this art just
Mm-hmm.
s- sold me, bro. I'm all in. And this is number 3, so I need to catch up. Fuck. I can't even read this yet. I got to read 1 and 2 first.
Hmm.
I didn't even know they were doing a New Gods.
Shit, me neither. Shit.
But that's not all, folks.
Uh-oh, uh-oh. He come, he come. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. The blade of box opening.
Yes. Blade of Imagining. Yeah. All right. I'm not going to be performative. I'm going to get it open here. Jesus Christ.
Imagine doing a vid where the whole vid is just you trying to open up one box.
Yeah. That'd be a dope video, too, because no one will know that's what the video is. And like 10 minutes into it, and you're still.
That'd be crazy.
All right.
Uh-oh.
I don't know which one to do first. All right.
Do what you feel. Use the force.
This
Use
fucking
the
shit
force.
is next level, bro. Dog, Marvel Legends has stepped it way up.
Okay,
I collect
okay,
I collect Wolverine figures. This
okay.
is
That face looks tough.
the
A
face,
new
new,
tempo.
all new body mold. You can't tell, but the belt is metallic.
Even the muscles are different. You could
The
tell.
muscles are very different. Yes, it's a different mold. I am impressed thoroughly. Yes,
Mhm.
and I can't wait. I can't wait for the
Okay.
Cyclops, the Nightcrawler, the Gambit. I might grab the Cortez.
Mm.
I'm not getting the 2 female characters because I really don't know who they are.
Marrow.
And the
Oh,
figures are kind
Marrow.
of
Yeah,
boring.
Marrow.
Yeah, Marrow. I don't really like the figure. Like if I didn't know the characters, that's fine. But if I don't know who the figure is, the
That's
character rather.
Marvel's who? The one
But
next to Marrow. Marvel's
oh, Musk.
Husk.
Or-
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay, okay.
Husk. I'm sorry,
Husk,
Husk.
Husk.
Yes,
And then
Husk.
you got
Fabian
yeah,
Cortez. Yeah,
one of
yeah.
the acolytes. Not
Yep.
yeah, the acolytes of Magneto's acolytes, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. And these are all like this is like a version of Gambit. I think it's from like Apocalypse, Age
Mm,
of Apocalypse. I don't know.
I don't think that's Age of Apocalypse. I think
Nah,
that's further past the Age of Apocalypse.
wherever this dude's from, wherever this image is
God
from.
damn, that shit look hard.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that shit look hard, man.
yeah,
It's
dog.
like the anime version, damn near.
Yeah, it really does. But man, I was really expecting something else. I was not expecting this.
Mm.
So when I saw the head sculpt, I was like, "Oh, that's this one," and it almost is this one.
Mm.
Hang on,
Yeah,
let me get it to focus.
I see it.
Nah, you gotta see it, man. Hold on.
Okay. All
And
right.
it's
You
the
see it.
same hair, it's the same everything, but this one just has more detail in the
Yeah, it's a different snarl. The eyes are deeper, more color in it, more shading in the brow.
yep, more
Even
shading
in the
in the,
teeth, the
the
way he
beard,
line, yeah,
yeah, everything. So
be different.
people used to complain about Marvel Legends, or at least compare them to the DC stuff, because DC Multiverse had really good, uh, you know, really their shit look realistic, and people mistake that realistic like it's better, but just because it's realistic doesn't mean it's better. I would rather the characters, the toys, the figures look like the comic, not some live action version.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what Multiverse does. That's what McFarlane mainly does with his characters. Like, he'll do Batman, but it'll still look like a live action version, even if it's supposed to be from a comic. They still are built that way.
But
But
also, I think we after this one, you got to jump into that because some developments happened. It's crazy. Oh snap! Oh, you
two
got
new Marlins. I
oh
got the
hold up. Let's
OG
do
Supermans.
two OG.
Yep,
Oh,
the cartoon and the comic.
comic.
The first comic and the first cartoon. I
Here I
had
come to save the
yeah,
day.
I
Superman.
had to get him. This one I was really excited about, because this is that 1940s cartoon
Mm-hmm.
where his eyes are like slits,
Yeah, yeah.
and they
Yeah,
stayed
yeah.
faithful to
Going back.
that. So
Nice.
I really like that. But yeah, this was that 1940s cartoon that is really good. If you haven't seen that cartoon, you guys, it's really good. Superman is not some Boy Scout in that show.
Yeah, he's punching dudes out, everything.
He's like he's a powerhouse, and
Hmm.
just the whole art style. Like, what's the Batman show? Remember Batman the animated series?
Yeah,
That's where it got its style from.
yeah, yeah. That very retro, that again, like a noir type of feel.
Yes. Yes.
They got it from Dick Tracy.
Right. Right.
That
The original
almost that
comic.
style. Yeah.
Yeah, the original comic. Fucking this is the this one is the comic. This is the so we're just talking about Action Comics.
Number one.
Action Comics #1, right? This is the first comic version, and this is the McFarlane Collector Edition. Um
Since we're on the subject of McFarlane,
yeah.
how do you feel about DC going back to Mattel?
You
Yeah.
mean leaving McFarlane?
Yeah, and it's going back to Mattel.
I've been secretly wanting that to happen,
Mm.
because I want to see DC the way I see Marvel Legends. I want those kind of quality. I want the figures to have that quality, and also be the comic, more of the comic version, than trying to look realistic.
Yeah.
And my
That,
problem,
that is statuesque.
yes, and look, this is the newest. This is one of their newest figures, and he's still got pins, big ass pins in the joint. Look at these fucking unsightly ass pins. Like, where's my Marvel? Hold on, let me grab Marvel Legends.
Mm.
Shit. Let me grab a fucking classified real quick. And
With that Wolverine. Didn't you have a pinless Wolverine?
yeah, they're all pinless. All their new figures are pinless. Here's GI Joe classified.
Yeah.
No pins. No pins.
Yeah.
You see
That's
the
a dope
joint?
ass Wolverine. I like the boots too.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites. New. I like the fins on his mask are real tall,
Hmm.
real long.
That's
But
that's from that comic where I think he was battling Sabretooth. That I think I had that comic. It was a
probably.
real good comic with all he was in his brown suit. Yep.
Yeah. But I mean, it bothers me that I don't get that same quality with my DC figures because some of these characters I really like, and I wanted to have some good figures, but
Mm.
this just bothers me, and it's just poor quality that I don't know. Those pins are they bother me a lot just because I see all the new lines are pinless now, and it looks so much better. And like some
Yeah,
of these pins are
McFarlane is
poking out, some of them are sticking out. Like it doesn't look good.
McFarlane's of the old adage: if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah,
He keeps it moving. He's like, all right, we got to make another one. We can make it pinless. Nah, that costs too much. I'm already giving them what they want. Let's move on. Giving them baseball cards, giving them accessories and add additions.
like this is the new figure. Look at this, how ugly that knee is.
Yeah.
Come on. So McFarlane or DC going to Mattel, I'm just interested to see what they do because I know it ain't gonna be this.
Yeah.
So whether it's better, whether it's worse, I don't know. Like I know a lot of people love McFarlane. What do you call it? Multiverse figures. They think they're the world. They think the world of them. A lot of people think that they're just peak design or whatever. And it's like I disagree.
But
I love
with
the character.
McFarlane, he's going. Uh, he might acquire the Marvel. This is crazy news, man. Like people are talking, and I don't know how true it is, but if he got the right to make Marvel Legends,
If Hasbro gave up Marvel Legends, they would be retarded.
that is crazy.
Yes, that would be the dumbest move ever.
Hey, they want to get into video games, so hey, they just want to
Well,
outsource. They
they
just want
do.
to outsource the IPs and stuff like that, or transfer it over to someone, a third party, a fourth party, however you want to call it,
Yeah.
just to produce the stuff for them. And I guess they split the revenue and split the cost of the IP of leasing it out or some shit. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but
Yeah, they
that
do. I
means
mean,
everybody got to buy all new figures now, huh?
yeah, I don't. I love it when they make new, better versions of figures. Like people get mad, like, oh, they already made this character. Yeah, but did you see how the advancements in figures have, gone up? Like
Mm,
the quality now, I mean, compared to like, remember when Toy Biz was making figures and they were all disproportionate body shapes and their articulation was ass, or they were already like trying to bend them and have them pose halfway
yeah,
a certain way.
ball joint stuff.
Just horrible.
Like the hips looked crazy and small.
Yeah, and like we've we've made advancements. Like there's new shit now, and shit looks better now. So when you're still doing that old version, I don't know what to I don't know how to take that. I feel like you're disrespecting me. I feel like you're like, oh well, they'll buy it anyway or whatever. Like nah, you got to do better, bro. Like this is not, we want our money's worth. Now if you want to brag about the fact that your figures are like $2 less than Marvel, okay, but where's this? Like, that's not worth it to me. Go ahead and charge me $2 more and give me a way better figure. I'm happy.
True.
Now people are complaining, like saying how the new Spider-Man figure with the price and stuff, and Marvel's going crazy, and they're gonna raise their prices, and they're gonna start because, dude, look, the quality of these new figures that have been coming in this new packaging has
Yeah.
been wow. Like I've loved it, every one. And this is a completely new sculpt, new musculature, new knees, new boots, new belt, new muscles on the stomach.
Mm.
And even that head, that is a reproduction. I knew it when I saw it in the picture. It is a reproduction of this head, but you can see how they've stepped their game up. The painting is way better. And it's, it's a better recreation. It's just a little bit better. The color is deeper. The hair is better made, better shaped. Now, whether I keep this head on him or put a masked head on him, I'm not sure yet. I'll probably see what looks good, but
Yeah.
I'm really happy with this, and this whole little wave is gonna look really good. So this is your guy. Now, what's cool about these deluxe figures is they come with, well, they don't all, in fact, but this one at least comes with a stand that he can be flying. I
Yeah.
think Harlan will do that for his Superman figures, but unfortunately, he won't do it for anyone else, and that's ass. Because he doesn't have to be flying to deserve a fucking stand.
Yeah.
And then that's one thing. Now here's my big complaint with McFarlane. Why do you do shit like this? Why do you give me this stand, which clearly is made to go around the back of the waist or whatever of the character, and it's bent way out like this, and you give me a plastic cape? Where am I? How am I? What are we doing?
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
crazy.
So I gotta dig it under here. Here's what you gotta do, and look how bad that looks. Got the cape and that shit poking way out and shit. But yet all his new figures that aren't deluxe come with cloth capes now.
Yeah, he's wild backwards with that.
That's what I mean about the quality. Like, it
No.
sucks. Like, I really want some of these characters, man, and some of these figures, and I just look at the quality. And I'm like, ugh.
Yep. Crazy. But that's McFarlane. He's not gonna change, man.
Nah.
That's why I think, DC had enough, or the contract was up.
McFarlane knows best.
Yeah. So now they're gonna move on and back to Mattel, since Mattel has a good momentum now with the Masters of the Universe and all that stuff.
Oh, right.
So
Yeah, I'm interested to see if their figures start looking cool. Like if they start making some cool DC figures that are like a nice 6 or 7-inch line. And please, Mattel, what McFarlane with the 7-inch figures? Stop.
yeah.
6-inch. The scale is 6-inch. Every line is 6-inch. What is this 7-inch bullshit? They can't stand next to any other fucking lines. And I think McFarlane did that because he wants to be able to put all this detail and make them look all realistic and have the figures so well detailed and everything. Because McFarlane, to be fair, has always been about the visual look of a figure, not about the articulation, not about the playability. None of that has ever been important to him. He's only cared about how it looks. And when you're worrying about how it looks, right, then a bit of a bigger figure is easier to make better detail. That I get. But we've seen the proof now that 6-inch figures can have plenty of detail, all you need. And these big ass 7-inch dolls that you're making, the technology or the detail and stuff, it's not quite doesn't the trade-off isn't there.
And people are tired of that diaper,
right,
on all their figures.
Right. And I just want to see now. Okay, so I just opened the deluxe figure, and the deluxe figure had a plastic cape. Now this non-deluxe figure here, not only does it have a cloth cape, and I'm gonna have to take it out to make sure, but I'm thinking the body sculpt is even way better quality. Let me see. You gotta be kidding me. So here's the regular, the non-deluxe figure. He's got a cloth wire cape. Got his joints and oh wow, he's got this ball thing going on. I've never seen these ball joints on the McFarlane before.
Oh shit.
That's pretty peak.
Yo, that's crazy.
Oh yeah, I like that a lot. He's got a nice rib cage swivel. Um, his leg joints are pinned, but the like the length of the knees and shit, and like how goofy those other ones look, it's not quite as bad. And what's funny is, again, this is not the deluxe figure, but the boots are actually raised off, like separate from the leg, like it's a boot. And this, it's literally molded in, molded together. So no, yeah, that's pretty backwards. The this figure is way better than this deluxe figure, qualities and looks wise. And then you've got the face sculpt, and it's really cool. I like that it pays homage to the original 40s cartoon with the little slit eyes. Let's see if we can get a focusing there. There you go. And then he's got a really cool hair. The way
that old school hairdo.
Yep. Classic, just classic. And a lot of, if you don't believe me, Google it right now. Go look at a lot of McFarlane's Superman figures. The face sculpts are always trash. They look so bad. Some of them are just horrendous.
Most of them are horrendous.
Yes, there's like 2 good ones, but this is a third. Oh wow, he's got even a nice profile.
Dope. It's different.
Yeah. Yeah. So, really happy with this one. The stand from this one will be going to this guy here because he deserves it more. He's a better figure. He's got a cloth cape. It's just all around makes more sense for him to have this stand. So yeah, and let's do, what are we gonna do? Have him flying up like that, punch in the air.
Word. Last weekend, remember I was telling y'all I was out with my bro and my cousin. We went to the G.I. Joe. I won a door prize. I don't know if I showed it before.
Oh no, no. I don't think so.
The Mexico 112 timber.
What?
Yeah, I won this as a door prize.
A figure? Oh,
second door prize in a row, man. From the same Joe, the Joe show, Joe toy show.
Wow. So you, what is that? How'd you win it? You just walked in and got a ticket, like a raffle ticket?
Yeah, I got tickets, and my raffle ticket came up.
Oh
And I got
man,
this bad boy. And the other one I got was a Jetfire, Transformers Jetfire. I think it was a leader class Jetfire.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
so
a hell of a prize.
yeah, man. I probably, if I stayed longer there, because I had a lot of row of tickets, I probably won, because they was giving away a lot of stuff. They even had his tank, but I didn't want to stay too long, and I actually sold my tickets in a way and got an action figure.
Right.
Well, I bought it for $10, and I gave him the tickets. I'm like, I'm leaving out, man. So
yeah.
Figure, So it was a cool place to go and vibe out and see some stuff. But I'm trying to go for 3 for 3. So the next show is in August. So I'm trying to win a door prize in August.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But it's cool that, go to spend money and you can win something for free. It's like awesome.
Yeah. Oh man, that's dope.
Yeah. So now,
well, y'all. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I have the Destro, and then I have this one. I might have to go pick up the Roadblock and the Duke and the Cobra Commander. I might have to get into this to the mess code G.I. Joe.
You got the Destro one?
Yeah, I have the Destro one.
Oh man, I really want it. Yeah, I want that. I want the Storm Shadow, and I want the Snake Eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting some of those, man, and some of
Yeah,
them other
it's pretty cool.
GI Joes. Yeah, man. You got
Yeah.
the Destro out of the box?
Oh no, I don't. I have it in box. It's in my garage.
Oh,
I have a GI Joe shit everywhere,
yeah.
but it's in my garage. I'm gonna get it out. But I was planning on putting it in a nice, neat display just for the Mesco toys because I just want that section to be Mesco. So
Right.
when I get to that point, I'll hook it up. But it's O rings right now. But I'm stacking stuff on the side. Like I have my ultimates from Super 7 because
Mhm.
I was going to sell them, but I was like, nah, let me just keep them because those are the renditions of the cartoon ones that I like.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna stick with those. I just didn't do the classified because it's just like I can't commit to a whole bunch of shit. But now specific looks is what
Right.
I'm going for. You know what
Right.
I mean? And with the Mezco, it combines cloth materials and different features. And then the Super
Mhm.
7 is just
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
yeah, the Super 7 is just strictly the cartoon. So I'm with that.
Right.
I'm always with that. So
That's what I love about them.
yeah.
That
Yeah.
I like. I really do like that aspect because, I love the cartoon. I almost like at one point I was deciding whether I was going to collect those or classified,
Mhm.
but classified just started putting them out way too fast. So I was definitely going with that one because I like to have all these different characters. I
Yeah.
don't want to just have the same 7 characters that they got.
And that's why I like Super 7 because I could pace myself.
Yeah,
They don't come out as often, and I can actually pace myself. Every time you turn
yeah.
around, Classified's dropping some heat, and I'm like, damn, this shit is so dope. I want to get back into it, but then I'm like, nah, slow your roll, man. Slow your
I
roll.
mean, yeah, it's definitely not
Heavy ordeal, a
easy.
heavy undertaking with that. I mean,
It really is.
you know,
It really,
so
especially when you add in the HasLabs and the vehicles. Oh man.
yeah, yeah. So it's
But
just,
what were you
what you
gonna say?
say?
No, I was getting ready to go into the next subject. What was
Oh
you gonna
yeah,
say?
do your thing.
Oh, not really the next subject. Actually, we were still talking about the incursions. We kind of got off on a tangent.
Yeah,
So we were talking about the incursions and Secret Wars and why Secret Wars and how the Jonathan Hickman comics are mixing into the MCU and all of that.
yeah,
So when Secret Wars begins, the multiverse is already collapsing, and the story opens during the incursion event when between the two remaining universes in all existence. That's all that's left is Earth 616 and
mm,
Earth 1610, which is the original Marvel Ultimate Universe,
yeah.
which the MCU was heavily based on.
Mm-hmm.
So now we are with the current 616 or the Jonathan Hickman universe, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the Ultimate Universe. So if you think about it, those are the two MCU universes, and the MCU timeline has been confirmed as taking place on Earth 616.
Yeah.
So you've got this now. It's their version of 616, but an incursion event, as Mr. Fantastic explains in Doctor Strange in the comic I showed you, and then also in the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness movie, he says it occurs when the two boundaries between two universes erodes and they collide and destroys both entirely. Now, phase 5, or now 5 phases and almost 20 years deep into the MCU, on the brink of a new era, Hickman's massive multiversal saga is the perfect blueprint for how Marvel would conceivably do both. And Secret Wars weaves together almost every major character that Marvel is looking to introduce into the MCU from
Mm.
already in the comics. So it all lines up. And you've got X-Men, Fantastic Four, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, and
Yeah.
Doctor Doom. These are all characters that Marvel is trying to put into the MCU, and that's who's in the Hickman Secret Wars movie. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And it's revealed early that the Secret Wars comic that in the comic that a mysterious omnipotent race of beings known as the Beyonders, who manipulate the multiverse from behind the curtain of reality,
Yeah.
are in fact responsible for this rapid collapse of the multiverse. They're the ones that started the incursion.
Mhm.
Because remember, what started the incursion was some event that happened. They didn't know what it was that actually destroyed a Earth. And
I thought it was wasn't a death of something that started that. I forget.
The death of a universe.
Yeah, yeah, but it was a death. It had to be like a celestial dying or some craziness. Hold
It
on.
was the Beyonders.
Yeah, but I think one of them died because the Beyonders controlled everything in the shadows, like in the universe. They were, like you say, manipulators.
Yeah.
But I think one passed on or some shit like that, and that's how once one dies, the universe dies, or some weird shit like that.
Well,
I gotta go back into the comic.
well, as the incursion uh is happening,
Mhm.
um Dr. Doom stands before the Beyonders at the end of all things, accompanied by Molecule Man and Doctor Strange. If you
Strange.
don't know who Molecule Man is yet, hopefully they will start bringing him into the MCU, because Molecule Man is one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel universe. He can literally manipulate all reality and like change and warp reality into his own making. And
Yeah.
uh so Doom, Molecule Man, and Doctor Strange, and they challenged the all powerful Beyonders beings for supremacy. And after facing down the Beyonders and effectively saving existence, Doom, or God Doom, as he's now being referred to, he's in all white. I've got a figure up there. He's got the all white on. This God Doom, Emperor God Doom, and he sets out, to gathering the different shattered chunks of the last two universes and reshaping them into a giant patchwork of separate kingdoms known as Battle World.
Mm.
So you see this big patchwork of Battle World, and this is in the 1984 comic. This is still similarly how it's happening. You have the Beyonders, the dude. Remember to look like John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever. He's got
Yeah,
the
yeah,
big
with the
white
suit.
collar,
Yeah.
yeah, the big white shirt, and so he had the Battle World, and so Battle World is where they want to have this big war. And
It's almost like Contest of Champions.
right, and exactly. And so with this godlike power that Doom has now, he recreates this world in his own image. And so his high citadel of Doomguard floats perpetually above Battle World, and he's got a personal army of Thors defending and serving at his beck and call. He's got the world-eating Titan Galactus himself standing guard over his mighty fortress of Castle Doom. So Doom like is that fucking dude. Like there's no
Yeah.
one in the fucking universe, bro, in the Marvel comics that fucks with Doom. I don't care.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Nobody.
Yeah.
And like I said, literally has Galactus as his fucking guard dog. Uh he fashions his throne out of the world of the tree of Asgard, Yassadril, which
Mhm.
from which he hands out judgment to all his kneeling subjects, and banishing anyone who displaces or displeases him. And to this virtual death sentence into the deadlands that lie beyond the shield. And the Great Wall is called the shield that separates the lower half of God Doom's domain. And so Battle World is this vast setting comprised of 41 different regions,
Yeah.
all carved from the scraps of the 616 Earth and the 1610, including Egyptia, Monarchy of M, Higher Avalon, Kunlun, all these
Even
mystical
what was it? Wakanda's in there, but it's something else.
something, yeah, and so all these different like dope ass real or like parts of the world that would usually be in their own stories. You would never see them together, and so like Kunlun, that's where Iron Fist is and them get their shit. Like
Yeah.
that's their like, and so it's so vast that the Hickman comic
Yeah,
does
because not to cut you off, Kunlun was mysterious. You had to find it. It was
right,
you know, but now it has appeared out of
right, and he's got it. He's got it under his control. Like he can
yeah.
manipulate it and place it like a chess piece. And
Hmm.
so it's so vast that even in Hickman's comic, like they don't even visit half of the dominions,
Yeah.
because there's like 40 of them. And so uh they're all numbered and identified in this official map of Battleworld. You'll see it in the comic. And so Battleworld's sovereign territories are run by barons and demigods and warlords from both major Marvel comic timelines, both the 1610 and the 616. And so there's a lot of clear differences between, of course, the comic version, Hickman's timeline, and the current state of the MCU. For one, Thanos and his all his villains, known as the Cabal, play a major role in Hickman's narrative. Proxima Midnight and all them, like, they're doing shit heavy. Like they're actually the ones out there trying to destroy the universes so they can eliminate as many Earths as they can. And that's what they're out there doing. It's like killing planet after planet. And there's also like many consequential events that were seemingly set in motion during phases 4 and 5 in the MCU. And so, did Doctor Strange trigger the incursion event while dream walking in the Multiverse of Madness movie? Will the events of Deadpool and Wolverine, Loki season 1 and 2, Secret Invasion somehow contribute to bringing about the eventual collapse of the multiverse? We don't know how they're going to do it, but it's not going to be the same way it is in the comics, because we know Thanos and them are not doing nothing right now. So with the recent announcement of Robert Downey Jr. casting as Dr. Doom, one can easily start to picture RDJ sitting upon the throne and God, Emperor Doom and this whole thing. And so I think it's going to work out very well. But when the mask comes off, we don't know how they're going to address the obvious resemblance of this Victor Von Doom to the Tony Stark of 616. They're going to obviously look the same, like the same guy. So they're going to explain that in however way they do. Speaking of that, we got some artwork, some concept art for Robert Downey Jr. as Doom. Yeah. Fucking. Yeah. Dupe. Yeah.
Young Avengers. I knew that's coming.
Yeah.
That's coming.
It says we've been hearing rumblings for a while about Young Avengers or Champions assembling in Avengers Doomsday. That appears to finally be official. White Vision, there's Doom, and some familiar faces. So we finally have a first look at Robert Downey Jr. as Doom.
Sorcerer Supreme Doom.
Right.
Before he becomes God Doom, but
okay, here's the Avengers Doomsday concept art. What is going on, guys? Is this real? All right, here we go. What? You ass wipe.
Foe. It's like, nah.
Ass nugget. Well, here we go. We'll just look at it on X.
Oh, shit.
MCU Doom, y'all. Scar and what's his name?
Yeah, Hulk, She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Hulk.
Oh, there he is in his white suit. There's God Emperor Doom.
Yeah.
Jonathan Hickman. And look, there's his subjects. So we're on Battleworld here. You see, that's Castle Doom.
Yeah.
Right out of Hickman's comic, y'all. There's the fucking Guardians.
Yeah.
There's what's her name? Yeah. What's her name? Hawkeye.
Yeah.
There's Wiccan. That's the two kids of Scarlet Witch. Wiccan and what's his name? I don't know who this is.
Kamala Khan.
That's Kamala Khan. Yep. There's Dupe. So Dupe's gonna be in it. That's cool.
Yeah, that's different.
Very different. Yes.
And that's the Sorcerer Supreme right there.
Yeah, Wong. Yeah.
Wong. Yeah. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. So they bringing it all together with this, because you see Star-Lord, everything.
Oh, this is Strange right here. This is a version of Strange. He's standing right there with Doom. Yep, you saw Star-Lord. Oh, look who this is kneeling in front of Doom. Who do you think that is?
Who's that? Shang-Chi?
Oh, I thought it
Oh,
was Reed Richards for a minute, but I don't know.
it could be Shang-Chi though.
Yeah, it could be Shang-Chi.
Mhm.
But that's Beast right there.
Wow.
I fuck with it.
Hell yeah.
I fuck with it. Yeah. But yeah, man, fucking Fantastic Four. There, so that's Silver Surfer, the female Silver Surfer. That's how they were. They were the twin surfers. You see how they're like combined,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how it was in the comic. And there was always Norrin Rad was always part of it. So they're making a new character now, and it's played by Julia Garner, who's dope.
Mm-hmm.
I fuck with Julia Garner. She was in Ozark. That was her first little breakout, but she's been in some recent shit. I forget what that was. I was just watching with her, and I was like, "Yo, she's gonna
Daughter
be
that is. That's what you call his daughter, right?
who?
Um, ain't that what you call it?
Jennifer Garner?
Yeah, ain't that her daughter?
Yeah,
Her and what you call it?
uh,
Ben.
Ben Affleck.
Yeah, that's their daughter, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's
Yeah.
yeah, Benifer.
Mm-hmm. Let me make sure, because
I'm making sure right now. Yeah,
The Gardner family's big. Let's
yeah.
see.
So it says,
Let's see what her family is. Her parents.
spouse Mark Foster, early life education. So her from Riverdale neighborhood in the Bronx.
No.
Her mother is Tamar
Okay.
Gingold.
All right. So she's not part of that Garner family.
No, her father's Thomas Garner, a painter and art teacher originally from Shecker Heights, Ohio. So she's Jewish, and her mother and her older sister Anna Garner understands her Hebrew because her mother speaks is not. So she's literally Jewish, like Jewish,
Okay.
like
From the
the,
Bronx.
the race, yeah, from the Bronx, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But
Cool.
she's good. She's a good actress too.
hmm
Um,
Yeah. She's dope. She's dope.
she's dope. So here's some looks, I guess, at the concept art, and this is what I've been really worried about. But there she is.
I'm not even worried about it. Just looking at the concept art, I'm not really worried about it, man.
Yeah, it's.
Honestly,
I can see it's gonna be good.
I like we said earlier, man. We just got to enjoy it. Let's see what they do with it.
Right.
Because I mean, yeah, no, we would like to see Norm Rad, but hey, we'll see what they do with this. Because if they make it to where he shows up or whatever, however the
Yeah.
case may be, it's still going to be dope. The
I
visual
mean,
effects.
yeah, it's just another universe.
Ho, 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 ho. Who's the baby? Who's the baby?
Franklin Richards.
Yes, the most powerful being in existence in Marvel.
Yes, he's like one of my favorite characters, bro. Just because he's fucking the shit that he did.
Omnipotent beyond.
But guess what else Hickman is famous for? His Fantastic Four run, which is based mainly on Franklin Richards.
Yes.
That's why we know of Franklin Richards' powers and shit. It's Jonathan Hickman
Yeah.
that broke it all down. So this being loosely based on Hickman's work now, as we know, they're going to change it. They're going to make it their own. They're going to, it's not going to be exactly the same. And you will not see anywhere on any of the movies Jonathan Hickman's Avengers. Like, that's what they would have to do. And that's what they're not willing to do. So that's why they will change it dramatically. But
Yeah.
based on that shit. And I love that. That's enough for me.
So, like we would say, take some type of source material, and they're doing it,
Right.
but they're doing it in their own special way.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it, man.
No, not at all. I think this is gonna be a good movie.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Look at that. These are like storyboards.
Yeah, that should look tough.
Man, where's Vincent Lucidio at, man?
They
Shout out to
usually make these with the they give you the book of the storyboards and stuff like that too.
Right.
If you look out for it, they usually have them.
Yeah. I'll get our boy Vincent in here who does storyboards in Hollywood, and he'll tell us about it.
Cool.
He's been on the show before.
Yeah, because if they release that, I would like to have that as a coffee table book.
Fuck yeah.
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 I'm still looking for the Mandalorian one.
Coffee table book?
Yeah, because they has the concept art and stuff.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure if they released it yet. Because because after every episode you see the concept art and shit.
Yeah.
Or it's just like, yeah, I want all that.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, fuck yeah. I love that shit. I love that.
Yeah.
So this is Julia Garner stepping into uncharted territory, Fantastic Four first steps, taking on the role of Silver Surfer in Marvel Cinematic Universe. Long awaited debut of Marvel Silver Family. Fans are really curious about Garner's portrayal of a reimagined version of the Silver Surfer. The actress opened up about the unique challenges of bringing the character to life in a candid conversation with Who, What, Where. Garner shared the details of, and we're going to go right to the source. I don't like reading about a story. Let's read the story. All right, Julia Garner, there she is, looking fierce. I want to make people feel uncomfortable,
Ooh.
she says. About Julia Garner says of her work as an actor, it's a blunt statement from the 30-year-old, but it's not surprising when you consider her celebrated body of work. A lengthy resume portraying some of the most nefarious, deviant, and criminally minded characters on the screens today. Intensity, as I come to learn, is not something the actress shies away from, and Garner tries blah, blah, blah. What are we talking about? Where's the Fantastic Four stuff about Silver Surfer?
Like,
She's good.
But that's how she's gonna bring that Silver Surfer. Because remember,
Right.
it's that Silver Surfer is the herald of Galactus, the planet eater. So she has to be playing him in a nefarious way, or her in a nefarious way.
Oh, yeah.
Because hey, I have to do this because
Silver Surfer was kind of a villain,
yeah, destroy planets. But he was not really. I would say
Nah.
he's a villain. He started off a little bit.
They
but
played it. Yeah.
But after a while, he started finding planets that were uninhabited, but didn't know that Galactus craves planets with life on it because that's the energy he wants.
Right, the life force.
Yeah, that's the energy he truly feeds off of. It's not the planet itself; it's the life on the planet.
Yeah.
But when the surfer found that out, it was like, yo. After that, it was on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think hopefully we'll get a sort of a situation where, and I mean, go read the comic. Go read Hickman's FF Fantastic Four. When Galactus and Franklin Richards fight, and then Franklin Richards literally becomes Galactus.
Yes. Yep, he absorbed his whole shit.
Now, if they do that, that's going to make a lot of sense too, because, and also, how will they get to the MCU universe? Because this is a different universe. This is not where Robert Downey Jr. is Dr. Doom and all that. It's not this one. Now, that Robert Jr., Dr. Doom, he might come from this one, but I don't think so. I think he's going to pop into this one in the after credit scene or the mid credit scene. And just be like, yeah, Reed, so we got to take you out of here. Or Galactus is getting ready to win and take over, and Doom comes and he's like, yo, I'm going to scoop y'all up and get y'all out of here, and brings them to Battle World, brings them to Avengers Doomsday.
But then that's weird because Galactus is enslaved to Doom in Battle World.
Which Galactus, though?
Yeah, you're right.
We don't know. It could be anyone. Or you're right. It could be that he brings them as well. That whole squad brings Galactus too, as his security.
Yeah.
But yeah, Garner's superpower is making it all look deceivingly easy. Behind that textured blonde bob, razor sharp cheekbones, and piercing blue eyes is one of the most driven people in Hollywood. She says, quote, I think all the best things should never be too easy. She laughs in response to my question about the notoriously grueling, she said, Madonna boot camp she participated in and won in 2022. I'm still holding out hope for the project to see the light of day. You know, become a big actress. You know what? Maybe I should have stuck with the focused version about it. Where is it at? Oh, wait. Oh, it wasn't even this one. Wait, was it when I went like this? Yeah. Here we go. All right. In a candid conversation, Garner shared details about the production process. She says, you have to imagine everything when you're doing it as if you're auditioning. Even though we had the sets, I didn't have my costume or hair and makeup or anything. Now, real quick, John Malkovich is going to be in the Fantastic Four movie. And he's one of the great actors.
Yeah, Malkovich.
And he said that he's like, it was a very interesting, experience doing this Marvel movie, right? Because he's like an actor, right? And
Yeah.
so for him, it's like kind of beneath him, but like he's like, it was this interesting experience, and he said it was odd because I was sitting there with the actors, but we were just like basically in like a green screen room, and so he's like, nothing was really there, and for him, he's never done this kind of movie, and so it was crazy to him. But
Pay him his money.
he plays the Russian guy.
Yeah, that's my guy. And in Red, he's just ridiculous.
And then he's
Red, he's
Rounders.
Rounders is the best. That
He's yep, and
KGB.
then KGB.
in him. Yeah.
Yeah. Performing, yeah, she says it here, performing without the usual visual aids may have been a challenge, but it was one Garner was eager to tackle when talking about what excited her playing the character. So this movie is going to be heavy CGI, like 300. With Silver Surfer, there's something mysterious about it. That mystery is very important to me as an actor. It's such an iconic character, and it felt very different for me. I've never played a character like that. Well, you're definitely playing a version.
Yeah.
That's going to be
interesting
challenge, right? She said, set against the vibrant backdrop of 1950s inspired retro futuristic world, Marvel Studios' The Fantastic Four First Steps introduces Marvel's first family: Reed Richards, Miss Fantastic, Pedro Pascal, Sue Storm, Invisible Woman, Vanessa Kirby, Johnny Storm, Human Torch, Joseph Quinn, Ben Grimm, The Thing, Eben Moss, Backrack, and they faced their most daunting challenge yet. She says, quote, forced to balance their roles as heroes with the strength of their family bond, they must have. Oh, she didn't say this. Oh, this is the synopsis, I guess.
Yeah.
Forced to balance their roles as heroes with the strength of their family bond, they must defend Earth from a ravenous space god called Galactus, played by Ralph Ineson, and his enigmatic herald, Silver Surfer, played by Julia Garner. And if Galactus' plan to devour the entire planet and everyone on it weren't bad enough, it suddenly gets very personal. And that's their little synopsis. Additional roles will be played by Paul Walker Hauser, John Malkovich, and Natasha Lyonne.
Okay.
The movie is directed by Matt Shankman from a screenplay by Josh Friedman, who's brought to rewrite the script originally by Jeff Kaplan and Eben Spring. Fantastic Four scheduled to hit theaters July 25th, 2025. Yeah, that's pretty dope. It's gonna be pretty good. And here we are. Cold Slither, y'all.
Cold Slither.
Cold Slither. Yo, it was.
I told y'all they was coming with Cold Slither. I told them.
I really am surprised. I did not expect this at all.
I expected it. I just didn't know that Classifieds was going to step all over
Right.
Seven's toes.
I didn't know Classified was going to do it. Yeah. I could see Seven doing this for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I text Brian Flynn and I was like, yo, I know that there's some idea of doing Cold Slither for SDCC at some point in time. And this was about last year. and stuff like that. I texted him about it. I said that would be a great drop for Super 7. Like
Right.
with the O rings, just do Cold Slither.
Right.
And then classified, they stepped they step all over their toes. But they're still doing Cold Slither though. Super
Yeah.
7.
Oh,
So
are they?
yeah, they're still doing it. They have the
Oh,
Zartan
okay.
one made already. But I want to see what they're gonna do
I
with the.
thought they were just doing the Zartan only.
Oh no, I mean you can't just do the Zartan, bro.
Oh,
You just can't do. Just you have to have the whole
I
group.
know.
You know what I'm saying? So
I know.
hopefully they do a better set.
Looks like they're
Since they have more, they can do the rock band, the instruments, and they can do the actual
yeah.
stage set. So if
Yeah.
they do the
Yeah, see, they
actual,
got the drum set, they got the guitars, they got the keyboard. The drum
so
set's nice. It's gonna be a nice
yeah,
piece.
it's
Nice
definitely
box
gonna be
set.
nice. I think the Super
Nice box.
7 for the O ring, when they do the O ring Cold Slither, they should do the whole play set where they have the stage and the cameras.
Yeah.
That'd kill it.
Yeah. Yeah, lights and everything. Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
sick.
that'd be sick. I mean, it'd be
That
like
would be sick.
175 $80, but I'll buy it
Yeah.
because it's Cold
Yeah.
Slither.
Yeah. Well, Super 7, that shit gonna be like 250. They're
Well, I
expensive.
mean, the Reaction Plus, yeah, it'd probably be around there. But I'll still get it because it's Cold Slither, man. Shit, that'd be cool. In the O ring, I have them performing while Cobra's on R and stuff.
I mean, honestly, I expected something like Cold Slither for Classified way down the line.
Mm,
I'm a little bit disappointed that they did this right now, to be honest, because
yeah,
I still want Hit and Run. Like, there's so many characters we need, and
yeah.
now this is what that set this back. 4 figures and a band and instruments.
But
That's to me. That's like 5 figures that you put in.
Yeah, but here's the weird
Huh?
stuff, bro. Here is why I say they stepped on Super 7 toes. This is cartoon based. This is not even actual action
Right.
figure
Right.
O-ring based.
Right.
This is
Right.
why are you doing
Classified is
it?
more nostalgic of the O-rings, not the cartoon. Everything they do is based on how it looks, on how the figure looks. If it was the cartoon, our buzzer wouldn't have a yellow shirt with black checks on it, not a camouflage shirt. I
See?
mean Ripper.
Yeah. So
Ripper has a camouflage tank top in the O-ring, but on the cartoon, it's a bright yellow shirt with black designs on it. And when the
exactly.
classified figure came out with the camouflage shirt, at first I was like, "Ah, damn, why'd they give this wrong color shirt?" And I went because I was like, I remember vividly the cartoon had the yellow shirt, and I was thinking that the toy did too. And I went and I looked at the O-ring, and that sure enough has a camouflage tank top,
Yeah. So they were
but the
doing
cartoon
things
had
based
yellow.
off the O-rings and the vintage
Yes,
look. If they did the retro look, they did their
right,
modern and now the retro. But why are they
right,
going into the cartoon realm when the license is to Super 7 for the cartoon realm? I'm like, yo,
yeah, yeah,
they really messing up in a
yeah.
way,
I think so too. I'm
you
not
know?
happy about this.
Yeah.
I'm
And
gonna
then
do
they
a
do the
video
cover
about why
girl,
this is trash.
and then they do the cover girl with the blonde hair,
Yeah,
where Super 7
yeah, already
O-ring
did.
already did it. I have it. This is the cover girl right here. I have
Yeah.
her from Super 7 Reaction
Right.
Plus.
And I didn't want Classified to make her because, like, again, that's the cartoon. I wanted the comic or the toy version of CoverGirl, which they
Yeah,
did, which
and
they
this
did.
is dope for what it is, you know what I mean? She's
Oh
dope for
yeah,
what it is. I had to get her, because I
definitely.
got the original one, but I definitely had to get this one.
Yeah,
So it's like I don't know. They're going all around for no reason where they're lacking focus. They're trying
yeah,
to catch fire and flame and try to get back that get back the stuff that they had, let's say in 2021, where everybody
yeah,
was clamoring heavy for it. So they're trying to spark more interest. But they didn't need to do that. If they really wanted to get busy, just come out with Globulus and Pythona and the guard
Mm,
for SDCC.
thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
And
all I want.
yeah, and have Globulus with his tail and the pod.
And the pod.
That's all
That's
you
all I
have to
want.
do. Exclusive. Bang.
Yep,
You good. Not Cold Slither, because
yep.
that's
Good.
cartoon. So now you're gonna get into the cartoon versions of classifieds now? Or you gonna give us,
Right.
cartoon accurate ones now?
All right. Come on. Make your mind up.
Yeah. And then how is Super 7 gonna feel? Like, yo, we just bought the license off you, or leased part of the license just for the cartoons. And now you're gonna
All right.
shit on us? You know? Like,
All right.
it don't make sense, man. It's like, as what they said, what my man said, Mike Tyson said, you playing dirty pool, baby.
Yeah. Playing dirty pool.
Yeah. That's a reference to Black and White movie with Robert Downey Jr. when he was getting off drugs. That was the
Yeah.
movie. Yeah.
Less than zero.
Less Than Zeros, he did that. But that Black and White with
Oh.
with Mike
Yeah.
Tyson and Allen Houston.
Black and white. It's called Black and White.
Yeah, the movie's called Black and
Yes,
White.
that's
Mad
the one. Yeah, I
Power.
thought you were talking about a black and white movie. Yes, it's called
Yeah.
Black and White. Yeah, with Raekwon in it.
Yeah. The Woo was in it, heavy
Yeah,
in it. Mike
yeah,
Tyson was in it. He smacked up Robert Downey Jr. in it.
yeah. That's hilarious.
It's a wild movie, man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he said,
I
man,
like that movie. That's pretty
cool,
good.
man. Mike Tyson's crazy. He playing dirty pool. It's my guy. But yeah, man. They're stepping on some toes with that. And I was like, and I know those people at Super Seven's like, yo, why the fuck did they do this? Knowing that we're gonna come out with it.
I know, because motherfuckers ain't gonna buy it twice. A lot of people.
Nah. I mean, I'm because I collect O-rings, yeah, I'm gonna buy it, but oh, that's nice. That's nice right there. I like that. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, try to get the cape the same. Yeah, but I
Mm,
got the cape pretty close.
yeah, it's pretty close.
That's as far as he'll articulate. He won't bend exactly how this guy is.
Mm,
Like he won't bend all the way like that.
yeah. Well, I mean, there's these last figures coming out by McFarlane. Unless he still has part of the license, I don't know.
Yeah,
But interesting times, man. I seen Bobby Valor promoting his new drops.
Valorverse.
Yeah, so it's like a lot of toy makers are finding it hard now because
Mm.
people are being pulled away from toys because a lot of other things cost more than and you need them like food.
Right, like food. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, in the
Yeah.
economy.
People are reevaluating their budgets and how they collect, even more so now. Like
Yeah,
people,
because everybody went nuts with COVID.
yeah,
During COVID, everybody went nuts, and now motherfuckers are in debt,
yep, and
and they gotta fix shit.
yep,
Yeah, now they got it. Now they gotta get it right.
yeah,
Oh, I feel him. I'm right with him.
yeah.
I
That's
went
why I
bananas.
streamlined my collection. Sold off what I had to sell off, and now it's just taking my time and picking out what I like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, brother.
The musical accessories include a guitar, bass, keytar, 5 instrument straps, and a full 6-inch scale drum kit, complete with floor tom, hi hat, and pedal, high tom, mid tom, bass drum, and a kick pedal, stool, and 2 drumsticks, snare drum, cymbals, and stands. Damn.
They got the whole rock situation down pat.
Buzzer
Stuff
rock removable
TV
glass. Uh huh. Man, people thought that the glasses were gonna be molded on. They're removable again. With a neckerchief with detailed designs and acceptable articulation. Exceptional articulation. These figures are perfect for dynamic displays. Collectible box features recreation renowned Springfield Theater's exterior, transporting you to an unforgettable concert experience complete with Easter eggs and notable characters. Unfold the box to find Cold Slither are ready to rock the stage. There's the drum set. That's a pretty nice drum set. It's not
Yeah.
just a drum and a snare; it's the whole set,
Yeah.
and it's right from the cartoon. Yeah,
Cold Slither will be joining us.
I
You'll be.
find something strange. Look at Torch's chest.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's aimed down to his that arrow. But yeah,
Yeah,
he has the different
different joint here. Yeah,
yeah,
he's got this weird thing, and they have a totally different swivel deal here.
yeah,
They don't have the bendy. They got the side to side. He's got the forward and side. He's got the forward and back. They got the side to side.
yeah.
That's weird.
I guess it's based off of the way they have vests and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, maybe. Yeah, I wonder what the vest's made of. It looks like cloth. It's pretty good. It's pretty good detail on it. Oh, that looks like real leather too.
Mhm. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yo, that's wild.
Ozzy Osbourne looking motherfucker.
Or
Yeah. That's,
yeah,
yeah.
and this is like the sixth Zartan, I think, no, fourth, fifth.
Oh, right. Yeah. I still only have one. I need one that changes color. That's the only one I want.
Mhm.
That's the only one I want.
No, yeah, yeah. This is actually it's the fourth Zartan. Yeah, yeah,
Mm,
fourth Zartan.
mm. Oh wow.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I thought they would have brought out the ninja Zartan with the mohawk. The
Mm.
yeah, battle ninjas or something like that.
Oh wow. I don't think I've ever seen that one.
And the O ring, yeah, he had the vest,
Yeah.
like a punk rocker and everything.
Huh.
Hmm.
Man, that sounds familiar.
I have him. Do I have him up on my wall? No, it's in my
Mm.
somewhere. But yeah, yeah.
Well, I keep getting sidetracked, but aside from the plot, characters, and sheer number of locations, how the overall tone of Hickman's writing will influence the next phases of the MCU, if at all. But the world of Hickman creates, a very like sort of mature, grim, dark sci-fi, dystopian, genuinely epic, almost Shakespearean in its style of character drama. And of course, even during Hickman's run, the Spider-Men are always, they show up and are part of the whole story too. So I mean, it's not just Avengers, and it's not just mutants, it's not just Fantastic Four, it's all Marvel. And so, with the stakes being nothing short of universal throughout Secret Wars, it
Mhm.
seems hard to, imagine that there will be much room for, the little quippy bullshit that plagued a lot of their movies. And so that's defined a lot of their, MCU stylistically and tonally anyway. But
Mm,
are Feige and co truly ready to, strike that kind of gravely emotional tone that we get in the comics and, really hit that high drama and I
mm.
think, but we'll see all this, but it's definitely unclear at this point. But you know,
I think they
we'll
were.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think Hickman's joint is a great is a total, blueprint for exactly what needs to happen in the MCU and
Mm.
what you know. Um, man, let me remove this and share this because I was trying to show y'all this the other day. Nick Cage as Spider-Man Noir.
Haha, awesome.
That's pretty dope.
Even though he oh whoa. Whoa.
What? I
Okay.
show you. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be sick.
He's doing his Michael thing. Oh, he's getting ready to shoot it.
To
So I
the
don't. He doesn't shoot webs. I don't think. I don't know what. I don't know what his powers are or how this iteration is going to be. But
or it's a
Spider-Man
rope.
Noir. Yeah, could be. He looks dope though.
Mm-hmm.
My man Noir.
That's crazy. So that's for what movie? That's for Spider-Man Noir.
Yeah,
It's
Nick Cage. Yes,
ooh,
that's.
standalone
Yeah.
movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
gonna be
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna like it because
Yes.
Nick Cage, he looks like he belong in a noir. Like
Right.
it's just his face and his mannerisms alone.
And he
Like
does like. Here, let's see.
he was like she came into my office, smelling like she came from
Yeah.
a flower garden into this dusty old rusty office of a has-been detective. You know, like some shit like that. That's
Hell
Nick
yeah.
Cage, man. I like that.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that
Mhm.
was dope. So he's you see that green screen behind him.
Yeah.
It looks like he's holding something, right?
Hmm.
So we don't know what that is, and then he shoots like a web or whatever. There's a drone on the left, getting a drone shot in. But yeah, whatever he's holding, I wonder what that's gonna be. He's gonna be up on the roof holding this shit.
Hmm.
I wonder what that's gonna
So
be.
this is gonna be really good. Okay. I'm digging it. They peaking interest now, man. They really peaking interest now.
Yeah,
They really get people interested back in Marvel with these different moves. Mhm.
I can get that back. Let's see
Yeah,
that one more.
so they really all right. See, this is what they need to do. Stuff like this that'll get them back buzzing, man. They don't need to focus on the main dudes too much. Like, you know what I mean? Give us the side characters with interesting stories.
Right.
You know, like they did with Werewolf by Night was perfect. Perfect. There's this that one of the perfect Disney
Per-
Plus featurettes. Yeah.
Watch what he does with his hands.
Look like he got a Gatling gun or something.
Oh,
Mm,
because he zips off.
yeah.
That was why he jumped.
Okay. Stuntmen are definitely dope.
Yeah, that's gonna be dope, man. This is the type of shit I like.
Yeah, same here. Same here. Imagine they do Spider Punk next.
Hell yeah.
That'd
I would
be
love that.
amazing.
Yeah, man, that would be sick. I
Yeah.
mean,
My name is Peter Parker. And
that's Nick Cage right there.
Yeah.
am the I like to drink egg creams and I like to fight Nazis.
You hear how he sounds?
Yeah.
Shut the hell up. You
Mm.
know damn well ain't nobody trying to hear no cops. All right. Yeah, Nick Cage, he's got that voice that it just does feel like what you're talking about, like old Bogart, like she had to walk into my office.
Yeah.
I like to drink egg creams and I like to fight Nazis. Oh wow.
Like,
Sometimes I let matches burn
not
down to my
a lot.
fingertips just to feel something, anything. Oh.
Yeah.
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 And of course they had to do a live action version.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Cool, man. Sure. Why not? Let's get
I'm
it.
glad. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah. Let's get it. Shit.
Yep. We've
Sure.
got some hang on, my bad. I got you. We got some Black Panther leaked imagery for the Avengers movie because Panther will be in Avengers Doomsday. All the characters that you've ever known, just basically recreating the whole Avengers Endgame thing, and we're bringing every character from the MCU and every show and everything all back. In this case, they'll be bringing in characters from Fox, X-Men. They'll be bringing in all the Fantastic Four people, like even some of the old casts from the old versions, like
Like they did with Deadpool and
right.
Wolverine. Yeah,
Exactly. So
makes
that's
sense.
happened. They tested it with Deadpool and Wolverine, and they're
Yeah,
gonna do a whole movie. I mean, come on, they did it before.
yeah. Halle Berry will be coming back. Don't worry,
Whoo!
she gonna be Storm again.
Hell yeah,
And then it's what it is. We good with that.
we good with that.
We good with that
Let's.
right now. Let's let it rock. Just let's see it all play out.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see a
What do
Norton
we-
Hulk, though. I want to see that Norton Hulk. They need to bring that
Yeah,
guy.
yeah. Ed Norton is one of my favorite actors, and
Yeah,
it's it was terrible that it worked out the way it did, but
yeah. The
apparently
scheduling
he
was
was
messed
being a
up.
and he was being a diva. He was being an asshole, apparently. So
Yeah,
they said he was being like a you know like one of those like entitled, pretty boy celebrity, like my
yeah,
way or the highway.
yeah. I can understand. I mean, he was.
He felt like he was the shit and he was acting like it, which that's what they do.
Yeah, yeah,
That's what they do. That's what y'all encourage. Y'all encourage that shit. The studios, the directors, the Hollywood, they encourage that shit. They want these actors to act
Fight
like
Club.
royalty and shit.
First rule of Fight Club: don't
You want to
speak
talk
on
about Fight Club.
and don't speak about Fight Club.
Yeah. People don't really understand how deep that movie is, bro.
Hmm.
That movie is not just a fighting movie. It's not definitely not just a fighting movie. It's not.
It's a political movie,
It's
and
a deep ass movie, bro.
yeah,
It's deep as
on
fuck,
how
and
the world works.
the filming of it, and not just about how the world works. It's about insomnia
That too.
and the damages, the mental damage of insomnia. I mean, that's why he imagines Tyler Durden and all that because he's not sleeping,
Hmm.
and but the whole thing, yeah, man, it goes super deep. The cinematography, like I watched that shit again one day, and I couldn't. I was blown away. Like I was like, oh man, this movie is so much more than I thought it was.
Yeah.
Fight Club, y'all. It's way more than you think. It's a phenomenal film.
Hell yeah.
It's underrated in that regard. But yeah, what does it say here? At first glance, Bruce Banner's She-Hulk. We got White Vision,
Hmm.
uh Sorcerer Supreme, Doom.
Hmm.
Where's the Panther art? Oh, I guess is it this?
Yeah, that's the only leak, and that's just
Uh,
a sketch. That's just the concept art, I believe.
mm-hmm.
Is it on X?
Damn, somebody already took it down, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was right here when you click it. It
Mm.
was supposed to go not found now. Yeah.
Damn.
Oh well. My bad, y'all. I was too late. That's the problem with a show set on certain days. If something happens, I gotta wait till Saturday to cover it. Like that's why it should be like the whole thing with Kathleen Kennedy. Like it was like 2 days later by the time we covered it because that's when the show was. So
Yeah. Maybe
it
like
doesn't
yeah.
yeah, just doesn't work in that way. Like I don't know. I'm gonna have to start just going live like out of the blue.
Yeah.
Start recording videos, I'm gonna do recorded videos, post those whenever, and then like whenever something needs to be done live, boom, we can go live. Just
Yeah.
hit y'all up like boom, y'all ready? Let's go live, boom.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, sir. It's a cool costume though.
Oh, speaking of Clayface here, Daniel Radcliffe apparently.
Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah. Like I don't know. what that looks like or whatever. But the rumors are that Harry Potter is gonna be playing
Face.
Clayface,
Ah,
right? Mhm.
yo, that's crazy. But he got
Yeah.
the wild acting chops, Daniel
Oh
Radcliffe.
yeah. Yeah.
Yo, because
Yeah.
when he was in what was it? He was bugged out in what's my man? Sin City. Dame to Kill For.
Oh, he was in the sequel. He was in that.
Yeah, yeah,
Was he really?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. He was tripped out.
he was in some other shit and some real tripped out shit where
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
he's
yeah,
on like
yeah.
a
I know what
deserted
you
island.
yeah.
What was
I know.
that?
Um he was in some shit where he was a killer. He was a
Yep.
straight up killer. He was just like
Yep.
murdering people.
Yep.
He was gruesome at it too.
Yep.
I forgot the
He
name
did
of
one.
it.
He did one where he played a skinhead. I think
He played a lot of shit. That guy is he's
it's like did everything, bro. He's
mhm,
really got the chops. And
mhm,
he apparently is there's rumors swirling that Radcliffe will be playing as Clayface, and so James Gunn has sort of weighed in. But Clayface is expected to be a full horror flick, offering something unique for the first slate of the DCU projects called Gods and Monsters. Because
mhm,
while DCU is going to be, very much based on like certain comic stories and have a lot of like you know fan fanfare and stuff, it's also got some very serious parts to it and some very like this full on horror movies. Swamp Thing is another one. And anticipation for the project is building a lot too, even more now that the chatter online is that Harry Potter is going to be Clayface. And so the discourse got loud enough that James Gunn posted about it on Threads, and he said, quote, as we confirmed the other day, we're closing a deal with James to direct. Because we don't have a director yet, we haven't even started the casting process. Daniel is great, but we certainly haven't talked to or considered him. So this one is
wow.
100% false.
And now another rumor that's false, man. Shit, man. That'd be crazy though.
That's the good part about having a show that's on a certain day, because you have time for that shit to be found out.
You damned if you do, you damned if you don't.
Yep.
But you can always be good when you don't have to worry about it. You
That's
can
a good
always-
one.
Oh, but what you call it is not so enthused about jumping back in the saddle and playing the penguin again.
What, Farrell?
Yeah, he said he's he don't want to rush things.
Rush
So
what?
because
How's that a
he
rush?
enjoyed doing the penguin, but he wants it to happen organically like it started in the beginning. Because he don't want it to be so cliche, where he's just playing a villain that's is it becomes weaker. He wants to keep the penguin more powerful. You know what I'm saying? In the acting, like
But
so.
how can you how
If
can
you
you
see
do
too much of the penguin, you're like, he's just a penguin. You know what I'm saying? So he don't want to water him down in that aspect. He want to keep it intense the way he has.
if that's the case, you shouldn't have done the show then, bro.
Yeah, but I can understand it. Like you don't want him
I
watered.
could understand it if he didn't do the show, but you did the show, bro. So what you talking about?
No, but no. He's talking about how Hollywood loves to keep churning and churning and
Yeah,
shit
but you did the
weaker.
show that made it so popular. I mean, you're the one that weakened him by putting him out so much by doing that show. You know what I mean? Like if he's
No,
talking
no,
about
no, 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 no,
overexposure,
no. I don't think it's that. He loves the character. Don't get me wrong. He loves the character. He just saying how the machine always wants to churn out shit without really developing the next plot or the next. You know what I'm
I
saying?
hear
The
that.
real. You know what I mean? because
Yeah, I hear
it
that.
left off on a climactic up
But
swing.
the thing is, I hear that, but at the same time, bro, you know it's a sequel, and you knew it was a trilogy from jump. You know these movies, you know they don't do one Batman movie. You knew that.
Yeah,
Ain't no way you thought they were just doing one Batman movie, bro.
yeah.
You know
So
they don't do it like that. So they definitely doing a sequel and a trilogy probably. So now and to that point,
mhm.
this is one of the biggest gaps between a fucking movie and a sequel that we've had in a long time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So he should be like happy about that. Like
But
this
he's
is
not
exactly
thinking of
what you
it.
want.
But he's not thinking of it like that. Because remember, he's the gap filler. So it didn't really end for him. You know what
Right. That's
I'm
why I
saying?
said then you shouldn't have done the show.
Yeah, yeah. But
Because if you would have just did the 2 movies, you'd have been straight.
yeah,
You
but
know? Because
yeah,
then he would have had like 6 years between the movies.
yeah. But yeah, Colin,
Um,
he's
I
definitely.
hope he I hope he does the movie.
I mean, he's gonna do it. He's just saying that to get back in the saddle so soon, in a way,
Yeah.
it takes from his motivations, and
Yeah.
he don't want to be lost in the character so much that he fucks up the character. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Well,
He
the
wants to.
problem with a
Yeah.
big gap between it, he's gonna end up coming back and just doing an impression of himself.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Like he's
yeah.
not gonna be. It's not gonna be organic. It's not gonna be natural because he didn't waited so long, and now he comes back,
Mhm.
and it's been this big gap, and so now all he can do is remember what he did, or try to do like an impression of that because now you're not in it no more.
Yeah.
So he should have did that shit back to back to back, to be honest. But this big
True.
ass, yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why, but I feel him though. I get it. That's a crazy thing to say though. I feel because he's the one that made the character what it was. He's the one that made it hot.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
hot now. Now you made it hot, bro. It's hot now, and you got to deal with that.
Yep. The penguin is him. He's the penguin.
He is the penguin. Like no one else could play that character.
It's like wow, right? Like the Joker had so many iterations by great actors. Now it's the Penguin's time. Because
Now it's
you had
Vito.
huh?
DeVito was the first one.
No. I'm going back like Joker
Oh,
was Cesar Romero.
Meredith
And you
Burgess.
huh? Yeah.
Burgess Meredith or
Meredith,
whatever. Yeah.
yeah, Burgess Meredith, and then Danny DeVito, and now him.
Mm-hmm.
So now when somebody else wants to do a penguin, they're not like, oh, this is a whack character. Look at the
Right.
great actors who have played him now. Just
Right.
like with the Joker. Like Joker's not a weak character based off the actors who played him.
Yeah.
So now he's doing that for the penguin. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be some fly shit, man. I mean, the
Yeah.
Riddler. I mean, you had the original actor who's great. Of course, I keep forgetting his name. He's a great actor, like a legend. And then you
Who?
had Jim Carrey. I forget the name of because
Oh, the original
the
Riddler from the
original
show?
Riddler, huh?
Oh, from the TV show?
Yeah, from the TV show.
Oh, I
He
don't
was a
know.
great actor as well. Because for everybody
Oh,
that did that '66 Batman, those are legends. They
yeah.
all had real great uh chops before they got onto the Batman thing. You know what I'm saying? Back in '66.
Right.
They all had a track record. Then the next one who played the Riddler was Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
And that's Jim Carrey was great, but it was just I
It
guess
was a version. I mean, I don't
yeah,
know. I didn't really care for that whole
yeah,
movie.
yeah. But now
Wasn't into.
this newer Riddler, he's more sadistic, but he wasn't as memorable. You know what I'm saying? You got to
Mm,
make that character memorable to even pass it on. Look at
yeah.
Superman, memorable characters. You could pass it on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Batman, memorable. Pass it on.
Yeah.
You
The
know what I'm
most
saying?
memorable thing about the Riddler was his costume,
Yeah.
and that's not
Yeah.
a lot because that costume was only really popular because it was something different.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it was popular. It's just recognizable. It's
Yeah,
the only
like a whole bunch
recognizable
of
part.
question marks and shit.
I mean, yeah, and the weird,
Yeah.
taped up head look, but
Yeah.
shout out to actors, man, that passed away recently, man. Gene Hackman,
Yeah, that was kind of weird. That Gene Hackman thing looked like
his dog, and his wife,
seemed
all
like
three of them dead.
his movies. Shit.
Yeah, yeah,
They found
like
the dog in the crate, the
right.
wife in the bathroom, pills everywhere, and him in the I forget what part, the bathroom, not the bathroom, the there's an area in the house, I forgot what they call it. He was found.
Foyer. Oh, the
I'm like,
foyer.
yeah, something like that.
Man, early hours of Thursday, February 27th, Gene Hackman and Arakawa were transported to the Office of Medical Investigator. The sheriff's officer said this afternoon the bodies were discovered in early afternoon Wednesday, Santa Fe time. An autopsy was performed. Initial findings noted no external trauma to either individual. They said carbon monoxide and toxicology tests were requested for both individuals. The manner, because they're thinking like gas,
Yeah.
because it killed everyone in the house, even the dog, and but it also could be a murder suicide with poison. The manner and cause of death has not been determined. Official results of autopsy and toxicology results are pending. This remains an open investigation. Earlier today, the local coroner's office said it could be 4 to 6 weeks before a full report on the 95-year-old Gene Hackman and 63-year-old Arakawa is complete. Unlike the aftermath of the Rust shooting in Santa Fe 2021, the sheriff's office says Mendoza will not be conducting interviews, at least not anymore. This time, early today, Sheriff Mendoza went on to TMZ, spouting off a number of theories about what may have occurred in the Hackman's house. With that, the deaths of Hackman and Arakawa become more complicated by what is addressed in the latest statement of Santa Fe police, while the Wednesday night affidavit search for such warrant on a couple's property mentioned both bodies being on the floor in the house in different rooms and a pill bottle being opened and pills scattered next to the female. There was zero mention that of that in this afternoon's release. Confirmation of no external trauma follows the affidavit from Detective Roy, declaring there are no immediate signs or indications of blunt force trauma. On the partially decomposed bodies of the dead dog in the closet near Arakawa aren't added to February 26th affidavit. However, affidavit is seeking to seize any blunt force objects in the event that there is any indication of blunt force trauma once the medical investigation arrives on the scene and conducts the initial field investigation of the possible cause of death. On Thursday, police shed more light on the went down, arrived being notified maintenance workers on Hackman's property. Quote, a dog was also found deceased and 2 other dogs who appeared healthy were located on the property. The Santa Fe office today, deputies then secured the scene and notified the Criminal Investigations Division due to the unusual circumstances of 2 decedents in the residence. There is a concern for scene safety. The Santa Fe City Fire personnel and New Mexico Gas Company were requested to the scene to test for carbon monoxide and other foreign elements. The scene was deemed safe, and approximately 9:30 p.m. a search warrant issued and executed on the residence. So they actually were worried about gases or carbon monoxide or something so that they could do their investigation.
That's wild.
Yeah. Who knows what the fuck could have happened? Crazy.
Yeah, man. Crazy.
Some wild shit. Billy D. Williams getting to play Two-Face in the animated Batman joint.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah. And they already been doing the Billy D Two-Face in the comics.
Okay.
They did a Batman 89 throwback comic called Batman, and I think Batman 89 is called. And yeah, they follow. It starts off right where the movie ended.
Okay.
And it builds from there. And Billy D. Williams, because originally that was planned. They were gonna have Billy D. Williams become Two-Face. That was a plan. but they never got to do that. But he always wanted to. He said he loved that character, and he always wanted to play Two-Face.
Hmm.
That's
That'd
crazy.
be interesting. How his take on that would have been in the
Yep.
movies.
Yep. He said,
That would have been something.
yeah,
I would have enjoyed that.
yeah, man. It's in 1989. Tim Burton's Batman was a pop culture phenomenon. Michael Keaton suited up as the Dark Knight to defeat Jack Nicholson's Joker. Like iconic shit. And there was another villain waiting in the wings. The film also featured Billy D. Williams as District Attorney Harvey Dent.
I'm
When
hard.
I was a kid, bro, when I was a little kid, I didn't know nothing about Two-Face. I had no idea who Harvey Dent was. I didn't know. I just thought he was just some dude. Like I had no, as I was probably 10 years old. I didn't know shit yet.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know nothing yet.
Mm.
Yeah, 1989, I was 10.
Yeah.
So I later learned that Harvey Dent was Two-Face, and Two-Face became one of my favorite characters. Right around the time I turned like probably 13 is when I started getting into comics, and I started buying comics and reading Batman and Spider-Man and shit like that. And Two-Face was my guy because I was also heavily into like mob movies and The Godfather and
Mhm.
Goodfellas and all that. I was like 13. I got heavy into mob movies. Once Upon a Time and all that shit.
Yeah.
And so Two-Face was like a pinstripe, old school 20s. Like I was so into it, bro. I was literally studying the history of the mafia and like studying the 1920s and Lucky
The
Luciano.
prohibition, the whole
Yeah,
prohibition
yeah,
era. Yeah. Where they
all of that
started they
bootlegging.
bootlegging and stuff like that, out racing the cops. That's how you get the Indy
Hot rod.
500 cars and stuff like that, the
Yeah,
NASCAR. All
yeah.
that shit comes from bootlegging.
Bootlegging. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, shit. John F. Kennedy's pops was a bootlegger. That's how they got their money. That's
Hell
where their
yeah.
money came from.
Hell yeah.
Bootlegging changed the whole face of the economy of the nation. Like people that were poor people, families that were nobodies became mega, mega wealthy.
Yeah.
But yeah, the mafia was literally it went from a little neighborhood thing to the huge thing that it was because of prohibition.
Yeah.
Period. Prohibition absolutely made the mafia, and Lucky Luciano made the mafia, the five families, and the commission, and all that. Because
Yeah.
before him, it was just two. It was just like one boss in this neighborhood and one boss in this neighborhood,
Yeah.
and they were at war. And
With
he's
the
like, "Nah,
mobsters, that movie, The Mobsters. That was one of
Christian
the great.
Slater."
Yeah, Christian
That
Slater.
was a great. That was a good, like, sort of like real basic
Yeah.
depiction of how it went down. Yeah, like a
Yeah.
real basic. And they changed a lot. A little bit was off, but for
Mhm.
the most part, that
Yeah.
movie was one of the ones that I really liked at the time and shit. And like, cause it was that history,
Yeah.
And they were
It was like,
Bugsy was another one. Bugsy was
you
phenomenal.
ruined my father. I don't know
Yeah,
who he
your
was.
father. Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
don't know your father. I don't remember your father. He said
And he
exactly.
said that's the problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, that was crazy. You see my man fall. Oh,
Yeah.
that was hard. That
Fucking
was hard.
yep. And that's not how Lucky really got that scar, but
Nah,
uh what's his name? Bugsy,
Bugsy
Warren Beatty.
Siegel.
Yeah. And that dude started Vegas. Like
Yeah,
Las Vegas
yeah.
wouldn't exist if it wasn't for
Yep, in the
Bugsy.
wasteland. He built the empire
Middle of
in the
nowhere.
wasteland.
Oasis, yeah.
In the Oasis, yeah.
Yeah. So
But
I
then the
think
corporation
when I was little, yeah. And I think being around that, it was around the age that I found out like that my grandfather was involved
Mm.
and connected and all that.
I was
And so,
fascinated with it because I lived around a lot of modern
yeah.
day mobsters' grandkids. We went to school together in
Mm-hmm.
Staten Island. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Mm-hmm.
that's
Staten Island was the mecca. Like a lot of
yeah,
mobsters lived in Staten Island.
yeah,
Queens was another
yeah.
one.
And I used to go to school on the South Shore,
Yeah.
in middle school and stuff, and a lot of them was
Uh,
pulling up,
yeah.
and my grandparents knew a lot of the mobsters and stuff like that. Staten Island back then was very tight knit. I mean, everybody
Yeah.
knew who was who, running numbers, who did this, who did that. It was just what it was. You know what I mean?
Right.
Um,
Right.
but
Angie Stone died.
oh, whoa,
Uh,
damn!
I didn't even know that. God,
People dropping off like flies again.
man,
Another wave of them
another wave.
jazz.
We at that age though,
That too. But Angie
where
ain't that old. Wasn't that old?
nah, but I'm just saying we at the age where people be dying though.
Yeah,
Like when somebody dies in their 50s and 40s, it's like it's tragic. Way too young.
yeah, yeah.
When somebody dies in their like in their 60s and 70s, it's like, oh man, that's too soon. But did
In
all right.
the 90s and stuff, he lived a great life.
Yeah, he
Type
hell
shit.
of a
That's the
run.
wild stages of death, right? Of
Yeah,
acceptance of death.
yeah, yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah,
Angie Stone, man.
yeah. Fucking yeah, that's wild. I ain't even know. Let me
Mm-hmm.
see what she. Let me see what happened to Angie's.
Shit. Car accident. Whoa.
Oh, yep, car crash. Damn, 63.
Huh?
She was 63.
What?
I didn't know she was that old, bro.
Well, maybe
63.
possible. I don't know, because I always, if you think about it, yeah, probably so. Because when she
I
first
guess.
came out, I was in my 20s.
I thought she was our age, kind of like
Yeah,
maybe 10
that's what
years
I thought
older.
too. Wow. Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Sad,
Right.
sad, sad. She's definitely a great singer.
Yeah. R&B singer Angie
Still,
Stone died in a car crash early Saturday. Fuck. She was 63. Traveling with members of her band from Mobile, Alabama to Atlanta when their van collided with a semi truck on Interstate 65, about 5 miles south of Montgomery,
one
according
of
to
the
police.
two, one of the two fell asleep at the wheel. One,
Wow.
the truck driver or the van or the bus driver of the group.
Right.
One of the two had to fall asleep at the wheel for that, in
That's
order for that
typical.
to happen.
Yeah. I mean, on the road,
Yeah,
touring, you sleeping on the road, like, and truck driving, both of those are fucking heavy,
hmm
heavy driving all night.
yeah, man.
It says the Mercedes Benz Sprinter flipped over on the road before it collided with the truck. Oh, wow.
Oh, so they've been
It's-
going at a high
Yeah.
speed.
Yeah, Stone, who was a passenger in the van, was declared dead at the scene. 8 other passengers were in the van were injured and transported. Isn't that crazy? 9 people in the van, and the one that dies is Angie Stone.
Hey,
That's wild. That proves you. I mean, people are people.
yeah,
Don't matter if you're famous. You just another person.
yeah,
Just another person.
it's crazy.
But damn, what are the odds? Like, I guess the odds are 1 out of 10, 1 out of 9.
Yeah, right.
8 others. Yeah, man. The Grammy nominated singer rose to prominence in the 1970s as a member of a female rap group. What?
Hold on. What rap?
What?
Hold on. Was she part of what rap group? Not in
The Sequence.
Sequence. Oh, Sequence. Yeah, but it wasn't in the 70s. Hold on.
Right. Like, what?
Yeah, Sequence was in the 80s.
I gotta be, bro.
Sequence
But
was in
she's
the 80s.
63, though. She's 63. Solo career, that produced hits like "Wish I Didn't Miss You." She was also a member of R&B trio Vertical Hold. Yeah, we're gonna have to do some research on the rap group,
Yeah,
The Sequence.
because they be throwing a lot of shit in Wikipedia and all this other shit.
Yeah, the 70s, bitch.
70s.
First of all, it had to been like 78.
Because she would be a teenager with the rap group. Hold on, because I was born
Right,
in
which
75.
makes sense. She could have been like 16.
She would be no, she'd be 13, bro.
Oh, okay.
Because I was born in 75. I'll be 50 and she's 63. That's 13 years.
Mm.
So
Damn, they did Sugar Hill.
so she was on Sugar Hill.
That's 1980. It says Sugar Hill. Sugar Hill presents the sequence. Sugar
I know
Hill Records. Yeah,
sequence.
Sugar
I
Hill
know about
presents
sequence.
sequence. Then the sequence was 82. It wasn't no 70s.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, hold up. Let me.
Cause she
Okay, wait a minute.
she
No,
must
they
have got
did something in
signed
the 70s.
with you. She
She
must have
did
got
something in the 70s. Look,
yeah.
it says trio was a Russian Sugar Hill produced rushed a performance by the Sugar Hill Gang and sang for them in the Cynthia Robinson backstage. Okay, so they sang for Sugar Hill Gang in the background. It was the group consisted of Cheryl Cook, known as Cheryl the Pearl,
Sure.
Gwendolyn Chisholm, known as Blondie, Cheryl the Pearl, yeah.
Mhm.
Blondie, the lead singer and rapper Angie Stone, was known as Angie B, who were all high school friends. Angie B. The trio was noticed when they bum rushed a performance by Sugar Hill Gang and sang for them and Cynthia Robinson backstage. Their most notable single was "Funk You Up" in 1979,
Gonna funk you.
which was the first rap record released by a female group. In the second single was released by Sugar Hill Records.
Okay,
Hold
okay.
on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Play that.
All right, all
But
right, all right.
elements of "Funk You Up" were later used by Dr. Dre for his 1995 single "Keep Their Heads Ringing."
Mm-hmm. Ding,
Uh-huh.
ding, dong. Ding, ding,
Yep.
ding, ding, dong. Yeah, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, the group backed Spoonie G on on the single Monster Jam in 1980. Their single Funky Sound, Tear Off the Roof, 1981, was a remake of the single Give Up the Funk, Tear the Roof Off the Sucker, 1976 Parliament. We know that one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Charting single I Don't Need Your Love, Part 1. Let's see. Angie Stone, Cheryl Cook, Gwendolyn Chisholm released a single entitled "On Our Way to the Movies." "On Our Way to the Movies" contains a sample of the Staple Singers' "Let's Do It Again." December 2017, the group, represented by attorney Antavius Weems, filed a federal copyright infringement claim against Bruno Mars, claiming that his hit song Uptown Funk makes use of their 1970s hit "Funk You Up."
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep.
That's how it
Great.
goes.
Yeah.
You know that song?
I know some of the songs. I remember it growing up. I used to play on the radio off and on.
Wow. Yeah, I was way too young. Look at Angie in the back. Look at her in the
Yeah.
purple. Uh,
See?
let me see. I might know it.
Yeah. You know it. You know it.
Oh yeah.
You know it.
And funk you right on up.
Yep.
Yes.
Get up, get up, get up, get up,
Yep.
get up.
Right on up.
Mhm.
Right on up. Wow.
Yeah, man.
Check out Angie Stone.
Yep. Angie B.
Oh, that's Blondie.
No, they got
That's Blondie right now.
oh, all right. Hold on.
She said it. Hold up.
You know who wrote that though? Master G wrote those lyrics.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Blondie. How they used
Master
to
G.
spread
You can
shit out
tell
back
how
then.
Master G because that's how Master G writes. Because old boy um
Huh?
his name the heavy set one from um
Sugar Hill?
Sugar Hill. He didn't write his lyrics. He got his
Nah, he
lyrics from
stole them.
Master Caz,
Yeah,
Grandmaster
Grandma.
Caz.
Yeah, Master Cass. Yeah, yeah.
Master
Cass
G
wrote that
wrote.
shit.
Yeah, he wrote a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So come on now, yo,
Bro,
yo, yo. Whenever a rapper says that, do it. That's straight up.
Shell Pearl.
Yo, it's
Wow.
crazy.
One time for
Damn, rest
Angie.
in peace.
Oh, yeah.
Rest in peace, man. Damn.
Wow. Definitely was the strongest voice in the
Oh yeah,
sequence.
yeah. She popped off,
Yes.
and she worked with her ex. What was it? What's his name? He's due to come back after 6 years of 16 years or something like that. What's his name? What's that dude? He was doing the video where he's ass naked or some shit, singing.
Wait, when is this? Wait.
You know the dude. When they did the Soul Aquarius. He was part of that crew with what's his name, man?
Mm-mm.
How Does It Feel was the song. How does it feel?
Oh.
He set off that soul singing stuff. That
Yeah.
soul.
Jaheim?
No, not Jaheim. The fuck is?
Maxwell?
Oh, there you go. EGC got it. D'Angelo. There you go.
D'Angelo, that's your boy. Yes,
Yeah,
D'Angelo.
yeah,
The
yeah,
fuck
yeah.
I'm talking about, man. Yeah. You
Yeah,
cause you yeah.
that was her ex or something like that.
Yep.
They used to work
Yeah.
together and do songs and stuff. Yeah, Big Bang Hank couldn't rhyme for shit.
Nah.
Yeah, the steel lyrics.
Once you try a comfort hoodie, you can't go back to regular hoodies. They're slightly weighted, super
But,
oversized.
yeah, but
Perfect.
the lyrics for the other two girls was definitely Master G shit, and maybe Angie Stone.
Yeah. Yeah, he shot out with this.
Yeah. He wilded
He
out.
shot all the way
Yeah,
out.
he's performing now, but shit, this is a blow to him. I mean,
Yeah, man. Imagine.
crazy.
Yeah. Wow, she did a lot of singles. Yeah,
Yeah,
man, she was a hip hop pioneer. Ain't that some shit?
yeah. Everybody know her for singing, not for rapping.
Right.
Goes
She
to
came
show
back
you,
with
man. You got
Neo Soul as well.
Neo Soul. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was into that whole Neo Soul movement, bro. That's why I was like Jaheim, Maxwell, yeah, all them dudes. I was
yeah.
into all
That's
that.
what I was saying. EC,
Fucking Angie Stone, fucking
he can
who's
go
the other?
off the, but he couldn't write. Yeah,
Yep.
he couldn't
Um,
write.
yeah, yeah. That was a cool time.
That's Lady Luck's grandmother. I think grandmother. Yeah, grandmother or aunt or something like that from Sugar Hill Gang. That's Lady Luck's family owns Sugar Hill Records.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Lady Luck out here in New Jersey.
Mm.
That's her people's her family. Yeah, owns that record label.
And rest in power, Angie Stone,
Yeah,
legendary voice of house, soul, and disco. Yeah, the artist didn't like that term neo soul. They just wanted it to be soul.
yeah, yeah.
Don't forget that Angie Stone gave us one of the best television theme songs of the last 25 years, especially considering their bit of lost art from these days. What television theme song? Oh,
Girlfriends. Yeah.
my girl.
Yo.
And
Wow,
she's
man.
the one
Legendary
too.
status, man. Wow.
Yeah, bro.
Shit. I hate to hear bad news like that from anybody.
Yeah, that's
Gene
nuts.
Hackman, the Lex
Hackman.
Luthor, the Lex Luthor. Come on,
I
man.
wanted him to. I wanted him to be at the premiere of the fucking Superman movie, dog, and say something.
Yo, there's a beat that always stayed in my head. Doom, 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 dum, 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 dum. And I made a beat out of it. I can't find that shit nowhere, man. Because
Oh,
I have the whole Superman
oh,
CD, the
mm,
soundtrack. I still have it to
oh.
this day. And we sampled KRS-One. I told you KRS-One stole a beat from me and shit.
Hell no.
Yeah, man. That
I
shit,
had I had a
man.
bro. I had so much music that I made because I got into producing for a while, and I had a little studio, and
Mhm.
I used to have a Triton. You know what a Triton is?
Yeah, hell yeah. That's
Yeah,
before
that
the ASR-10. The ASR-10 came out, then the Korg Triton came out and just. But the
yep.
ASR-10 had the griminess to it, but the Triton was more cleaner. You get
The
more sound
Triton,
out of it.
and the reason I ended up with this, I went to Sam Ash and I went up to the
Mhm.
dude and I said, "Give me one piece of equipment that does everything."
Yeah, the sampling,
And you
everything. Yeah, you could do the.
sample everything. Yeah. And and he's like, "This right here, drum machine, everything."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be with keyboard keys, but that's how I learned. So when I seen like an Akai, MPC, the
Mhm,
drum
mhm.
machine was new to me. I learned how to play beats on the Triton with the
Yeah,
keyboard because I
because
bought the Triton
you
and
could
we
hook
got
up the.
I built my whole studio around that Triton.
Because you remember the MPC, it wasn't drum pads until after, because it was basically it was on its
Mm.
own little, how you say, the rack. It was a rack mount.
It was a rack mount first, yeah.
Yeah, first, and then you plugged your 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 ASR-10 or the Korg or any other synthesized keyboard where you can play your beats off of it. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Instead of using the SB12, the 1200,
Mhm.
SB 1200.
Yeah.
Yeah,
1200.
yeah, man. And then all of a sudden they say, oh, they see motherfuckers buying the SB12 like crazy, and then you get the MPC with the pads. Boom, 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 all
Put
that
the SP
fly
back
shit.
on the shelf.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah. Niggas stay with that. See what I'm saying, B? It's always in effect, man.
Hell yeah.
Always.
You pulled it out in
Yeah,
the box.
man.
What?
Always, man.
What?
Always. Can't stop. Can't stop loving the music.
Hell no. Yeah, bro.
You know?
That was the I made a whole like concept album where I made beats. I made a beat. It was all based on 80s
Mhm.
TV shows
Oh,
and
nice.
90s. So like theme song, like the MacGyver, remember ding 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 in the beginning. I made a whole beat based on that. I
Nice.
made a beat, like all TV shows, bro. Like Airwolf,
Okay.
fucking dun, 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 yeah, and then
Yeah.
fucking Knight Rider,
Yeah. Hell
uh,
yeah. Ain't right. Shoot.
Miami Vice,
Oh, yeah.
uh, every theme song to all them shows. So I made this. It was so. That's why when you said you lost it, like losing that, bro, it shit crushed me, man. Because I spent so much time just cultivating and building that and writing it and creating it, and those beats, bro, they were
Yeah.
so dope, dog. It was so dope that was pretty much from there. I got in. I just pretty much quit. Like I was gonna just do something else because when I lost that whole unit and I lost everything, I lost the original master. I lost everything. Like there was no way I could recreate that shit. And I was like, "Fuck it," I quit.
Yeah. It,
Like
it bothers you.
be
It
like that.
messes you up to have something like, yo,
Mhm.
man, we had my.
I had like 13 beautiful tracks, dog. It was amazing.
Yeah, I would do beats. Like, even when I was on Staten Island, we bought a house, me and my brother. And in the back, we had the kitchen area, but in the back of that was the dining room area. We never used that dining room. We turned that into a studio,
Mm-hmm.
just rocking out on beats and everything.
Yeah.
And it was just like, and that's when you had the discs on the
Yeah.
what was it? What did I use?
But the floppies,
Not, we had floppies, but then there
yeah.
was the other discs, the ones that step up from the floppies, the hard one.
The DAT?
Not the ADATs.
Oh,
It was. I still got some. This next
yeah,
time I come on, I'm gonna bring my
yeah.
discs and stuff.
Okay.
You would put it in this little thing in the store. Yo, man, tons of. I still got. I still got my catalog of discs still,
Mm,
and I do have
yeah, I
a
will.
reel of reels too. So it's like,
Nice,
yeah,
nice.
yeah. So
Yeah,
crazy, man. Years.
yeah, man. Well, listen, dog. I gotta go eat something, man. And
I dig it.
we on here just chopping it up at this point. But
Yeah,
hard square
yeah.
joint.
EGC know the hard square joints. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
not the thick
yeah,
ones, the thin ones. They're floppies. You
yeah.
could have put them in the earlier
The
Macs
two
used
point
to
four.
use.
You talking about the just the
Yeah,
regular discs?
yeah,
Oh yeah, the little that the one that went in the Triton. The Triton took one a
yeah,
floppy, but
yeah.
yeah,
Those
yeah.
discs.
Oh yeah, that's called we call them floppies. I mean,
Oh, okay.
originally,
I
like
really had the
floppy disk
real
was the
floppy
real
too.
floppy one. You remember like the big like the really floppy ones, but
Yeah,
then they still called them floppies when they were the little hard ones
yeah.
because
The little,
inside that hard case is a disk. It's a
yeah, the
floppy
little
disk inside that hard
task
case.
cam like this, something like that.
Mm,
But it was
yeah, they're
this one thing you used to put them in that way you could store and upload. You could plug it into any joint. I forgot what it's called. I'll find out. But
yeah. Fun
yeah,
though.
it used to transfer, and then transferring. Sometimes you lose the information and shit. It's like, oh, fucking
Yeah,
pissed off. You erase your disc by accident, type shit. Like, oh man,
it hurts.
yeah, it does. To this day, you're like,
It
damn.
hurts. Yeah. But yeah, we'll be back, man. We'll be back. We'll do something. I want to do it early. Well, I mean, we'll definitely do the Wednesday show, but maybe nah, because I got to do some Tuesday. So yeah, we'll be back Wednesday, man. We got a bunch of good stuff. There's a Thunderbolt spinoff coming out. There's
Okay,
more Daredevil action, more Andor stuff. But we got stuff about the Disney or the HBO show Lanterns and all of that. So
cool,
uh,
cool.
chop it up. It'll be a good time. But yeah, man. Have a good weekend, the rest of y'all, man, and then have a good night. And we'll see you guys Wednesday. All right.
Yep. Peace to everybody in the chat.
Yeah, man.
Peace.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.